Alright, welcome back to Kittlegotgame. Gonna continue our latest playthrough here of Kerbal Space Program. Try to remember resume saved. I guess it's probably this one I named 2026 KGG, I would guess, right? Let's load it in. What did we do last time? I don't even remember. Now, we went and did, I know we did a flyby of the moon. What are our contracts, though? Our contracts active are exploring the moon and science data from the surface of the moon. Now, normally in a Kerbal Space Program playthrough that I would do years ago, I would go to Minmus first, and I would even do a manned landing on Minmus, because landing on Minmus is so much easier than landing on the Mun. It's got, even though it's way further away, and it's hard to get, if you send a probe, it's too far for a probe, I think, to keep control, unless you bump up the tracking station, I think, or get a better antenna. It's just so easy to land on the moon because of lower gravity, or Minmus. But I think this time maybe I'll do what mission control tells me to do instead of skipping ahead. So they're telling me to explore the moon. Okay, land on the moon. That's what they're telling me to do. Okay. And then they're telling me get transmit or recover science data. So what I'm thinking is maybe we just send a probe to the moon and land there and do some science from there and send it home. An unmanned probe if we can. Maybe? Were there any other missions that we want to look at? Observational services, VIP. Nothing else I really want to do here. Nothing else. Okay. Got 100 grand. Look at Jeb and Bob. What are you talking about, look at Jeb and Bob? Can I even see them? Where are you seeing Jeb and Bob? What are you talking about? The only probe core I got is the Sputnik. The Stay Putnik. Control input. Crown of the crab carries no crew. I don't know if, do I have any batteries even? I got one little crappy battery pack. I don't know if we got enough stuff unlocked to send a lander to the moon, do we? Let's look at our R&D. Because really, we would want miniaturization unlocked, so we can get. Is this what we want unlocked? No, we want electrics unlocked. We want definitely we would want a solar panel. Maybe we're jumping ahead too soon to be able to even do this. I'd like these little tiny engines as well. Maybe we're jumping the gun a little bit and not able to do a lander to the Mun, even unmanned. Are we? I guess we could YOLO it and see. Because I can't unlock any more parts. We don't have enough science. I would have to do something else first. Let's just see if we can do it. Just YOLO it, right? They were at the login screen. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, I see. So we got the probe. We got the Stay Putnik, right? That's our probe core. It's the only one we got. Do we have any little tiny tanks? I guess. Man, that's the littlest one we got, right? Do we have any little engines? I guess we do got a couple. Nothing tiny, though. I mean, I guess we got these. Oh, man, those are not tiny. Yeah, this is not good. I mean, is that my moon lander right there? Is that it? And then we, just put some batteries around it, because we need batteries. Do we just YOLO that? To the moon? Might be a bad idea. I don't know if that's enough. And then without landing legs, it's going to be a little sus. Without landing legs, that's going to be pretty darn sus, isn't it? Alright, what else do we have? Just looking at what other parts we even have. We got a decoupler. That's good to have. Okay. Payload, aerodynamics. We do got landing struts. Maybe we should put landing struts on there. Kinda like that. That barely clears the bell. Yeah, start retracted. There we go. Okay. Okay. Thermal, we don't need... We're not coming back. We're just gonna land on the moon and never come back. We're just gonna leave it there, right? I think that's the plan with this. But we gotta do science. We definitely need antenna. So you just put one right on the top. Oop. Is that kind of cool? Just one right on the top. I mean, more antenna would be more power and be better, but I think one antenna is enough. And then all we're doing is trying to do a little science, right? So let's do a thermometer. And on the other side, we'll do the pressure on the surface. And we'll transmit those, hopefully. I think that's it. I think that's our whole lander. We put the flag on it, too? No, we're not going to do that. Okay. I think that's it. Is that enough fuel to land? I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, aren't we? Now, the liquid goo, it'd be too big and heavy, I think. Again, I mean, at some point, you know, if we're sending all this crap, we might as well just send a manned mission to the moon. But that's not realistic. That's not what you would really do in a space program first, right? So, I just gotta get that thing to the moon. I just gotta get that thing to the moon, right? Alright then. Let's, I don't have a fairing to put around it either, so... Oh, hi, Mark! How you doing? Let's see. Let's go ahead and do... Where's the stack separator? Decoupler. There we go. That's that. And then I just gotta build a big rocket, eh? Put the adapter there. I don't think that even fits with fuel. It just adds weight, right? But it'll look cooler that way. We don't need that, but let's just go big tanks. I think we'll do a multi-stage, right? We'll do that, and then we'll do what's the engine that'll be good for that? Probably the Poodle engine, right? Is that the one? This guy. That'll be good out in space. And then we'll do another decoupler. Okay. Let's raise this thing up. How you doing, Mark? You're playing Tower Tycoon? Nice! How you doing, Alex? Kyle, how you doing? Alright. You're doing Droid Tycoon, Alex? Yeah, I thought about playing that some more, too. It looks kind of cool. Probably should do it some more. I like it. Do we want to do these ones? Or do we want to do the bigger tanks? I think I want to do these ones, but I'm going to change the... I don't like that you can't do the other look for these. I think I'd rather do these. Even though it's more parts. Just looks cooler. Is am I spending more money doing that? Yeah, I guess this is a little bit more expensive, but it just looks cooler, I think. I don't know. Lots of power, right? And then we'll go engine, and then what's my big engine there? This has thrust vectoring, does it? Swivel does. That's not the right engine. Does this one swivel? I don't know what my good engines are right now. Is this it? Man, that looks so tiny, doesn't it? There we go, that's a big boy. The skipper. Yeah, this is a big engine. Yeah, this is the one we want. Now, is this gonna go up? Let's check. How do I check this? Thrust to weight ratio, 0.74. No, that will not rise up. That will not go up. You went live on the wrong stream, set it to Red Dead. Wonder why? Oh, you got the guitar. Okay, yeah. I mean, I went to your stream to see what the heck you were doing with the Billie Eilish thing, and never went live. I'm like, okay, whatever. To Reaver trying to get the R9. Yeah, Alex. Sometimes it takes a while for them droids to come around. So sometimes it's better to like walk away and just go do something else and collect money and yeah. LA premiere today. Nice, Daniel. Nice. Alright, so that will not go up. So what you gotta look at is thrust to weight ratio. With this engine right there, it says 0.74. Anything under 1, you're not gonna go up in the air. So we need more power than that. I think we got way too much delta V on this, so what I'm gonna do is get rid of 2 of these tanks. And look now, the thrust to weight ratio is 0.96. It's almost gonna go up in the air. Almost. So what we do there, and this engine, I don't think this engine swivels at all. No, gimbaling. It does gimbal. Okay, good. So I can turn with this. Nice. I can turn with that. So, maybe we just way overdo this rocket. Do I just add a couple solid rocket boosters? That's probably the easiest way. Yeah, we don't need to go crazy with this. We're trying to save a little money anyway, right? I was gonna say I could add, like, another, like, stack of these and... No, I want to add 2 of these. Hold on. Radial symmetry, radial decouplers. Put them up towards the highest part we can get, right about there. And then we go here. We could add the thumpers, or we could add the big boys. Now, let's add the thumpers. I don't want this going too crazy. I just want it to go up for a bit. Is that on? No, it's not on the damn decoupler, is it? That's on the decoupler. So now I need to use the move tool. Where's that at? That's this. Tool. No. Move tool. We want to move these down. Like that. Okay. That's what we want right there. That is what we want. And then we'll go back to place tool and we are good. So now we got to put this. We're gonna change our things here. Hold on. Like that. We want like that. Yeah. Now thrust to weight ratio on our first stage is 1.44. This is going up and it's going to go up fast. 4,047 meters a second of delta V. Is that enough? I don't know if that's enough. Aerodynamics. Let's put a couple cones there. We're going to get a couple struts to hold those on. And just stabilize this a little bit. Oh, come on. There we go. Those are holding on those. Those are holding on those. I like that. Do we just send it? Or do I put more power? Do we put more power? We do another tank up here. Ugh, I don't know what we do. I don't know what we do. Gonna pass Daniel and Floors. Yeah, it's okay, Mark. You probably already did. You probably already did. Will this work? What am I forgetting? We got battery power. Hopefully that's enough batteries to last me until the landing. And at some point this probe will just die because we don't have any solar powers, right? No electrical. Communication, we're doing the best we can with that. I do have a high gain antenna available, though. Do I put the high gain? I think we don't need the high gain. I hope this is enough. I guess if it's not enough, we'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. We'll YOLO it. Okay, is 4,000 enough for a moon landing? Now, I know this last little stage doesn't have tons of fuel. That's okay, I think. I think maybe what we do, just to make me feel a little bit better... No, that's the wrong one. Let's add one more here. That actually lowers my delta V quite a bit, because we're putting so much more weight in the orbit there. Yeah, that just doesn't work. That is wrong. I need to put it on the first stage, if I put it anywhere. Need more power on the first stage. So... I don't want to put bigger boosters, though. I really don't. Maybe we go here. Maybe we go here. One more tank of gas. I think that's going to do it. Thrust to weight ratio is pretty weak. And then after that, it's going to be negative. But we'll be up high enough to where I think we'll be fine. By the time these burn out, we'll have altitude, so gravity won't have as much of an effect. Right here, for our... Once we abandon the boosters, our thrust-to-weight ratio will be 0.96. That means we're not going up, we're actually going down. Gravity has more of a pull on us. But we'll be up high enough, I think, to where that actually will change. I say we YOLO it, right? We just send it? Mun Probe 1. There's the name of it. Let's go ahead and save. And head to the launch pad. I'm just gonna send it. Ready? Put SAS control on. Wait, this thing doesn't even... Moon probe doesn't have SAS? And no pilots? Oh, geez. Can I not control this thing with this probe core? I don't even know what this probe core does. Without SAS, this is going to be really difficult. Did I try to escape Vader? I tried it one time, and I didn't like it. So this is an expensive rocket just to be YOLOing it. So without having any like SAS to control this is going to be very difficult to land this. Well, it's going to be very difficult to get in the orbit. But let's go max throttle and just send it, right? Ooh, that's not going up very fast, is it? Wait, I have no control at all. No operational SAS. You cannot engage SAS. I'm not trying to. Okay, I was hitting the wrong button, I'm sorry. Oh, we're going way off course. Why are we going so far off course? I don't know where we're going. I think I got the probe backwards or something. Control. This is bad. Well, let's just keep following it and see. Oh, no, this is bad. No, I need to go up. I need to go... oh, geez, I'm going to flip it. I should put fins on this. Okay. Let's revert the flight back to the vehicle assembly, and we're going to pretend that didn't happen. Let's put some fins on this, so maybe it'll help me control it. Right? This might just not work. Because without SAS to keep me stable... I'm going to have issues with this. Put on... Come on, quad symmetry. Something like that. It's not perfect, is it? I need to put 4 on here. Come on. As soon as I touch a part that's not, like... hard to get, like, right where I want it. Like, right there? That's pretty good. It's not totally perfect. Alright, let's try this. Let's see if that makes a difference in control. Otherwise, I might have to wait until we got a better probe core that has SAS enabled. Let me look at this. Command, unmanned remote pilot assist available. Obviously not. It has a little electric charge to it. HerbNet access. Requires a little electricity. It doesn't say it. Well, able to, is it? Yeah, it's just a basic, hard to control piece of crap. Okay. Let's see if I can keep this. I was hitting the wrong button initially trying to turn it. That was part of the problem. But let's go max throttle. And those boosters did not last very long, so this might not be good anyway. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm just going to try to keep it going straight up for a while. Because it was turning by itself before. It's already turning by itself. I haven't touched anything and it's turning by itself. So I'm going to try to aim it a little more straight up so it doesn't flip. Trying to guide it straight up. Yeah, we don't have shit for altitude here. I don't know why it's turning. Is it that much? Wow. This is so unstable. And it's still going up, but not very well. This is very hard to fly. It wants to flip over so bad. We are gaining altitude and gaining speed, so it's a little bit underpowered. It wants to flip so bad. I'm not letting it, though. I'm trying not to let it. Wow, this is painful. Wow, wow. It so wants to flip so much. We just need to get up to like 30K and then it's going to be easier to fly. Wow, this is all over the place. If you're watching the nav ball in the lower center, it's like you see me all over the place with the movement. And that's me hitting all the different buttons trying to keep this thing from tipping. Mr. Marmello, thank you for the super chat. Alright, we're into the thin part of the atmosphere. We should be okay without flipping it. Now I can go for more of the gravity turn, aiming towards the horizon a little more. We're speeding up significantly. We got so much delta V in this thing. Like, we could probably land on the moon and move around 10 different times if we can control this thing, but I don't think we're going to go there. This thing's difficult to control. Wow, I can't believe I saved that, to be honest with you. Alright, bring up our stats down there. Oh, I look away for 1 second and the thing wants to turn a different direction on me. Tower Tycoon's better than Star Wars, says Mark. Yeah, in some regards. But Star Wars, I like Star Wars stuff, Mark. Star Wars is fun. The Tycoon, I mean, there's parts of it I like, parts of it I don't like, of course. Okay, we're cruising on speed now. But man, it's like so hard to control this thing. It's so difficult. I don't know if I'm going to be able to land on the moon with this, with how bad the control is on this. Not to mention, I don't know if we're going to have good enough signal. I don't know if we'll have good enough signal once we get there. Wow, I'm all over on this stage. All over the frickin' place, just trying to keep this thing steady. Without stability assist, everything's got to be done manually. Everything. Holy shnikes. Holy shnikes. Okay. Wow. Wow, okay. Yo. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off for a second and coast up to our apoapsis, and it's just gonna tumble here, but let's go ahead and deploy our antenna so we have better control. Signal strength is 100, but can I even click on the damn antenna? It won't even, like... Here, you know what? I think there's a cheat for this. If I go into 5 times speed, it'll stop moving. Look at that. And then I can click on it, then go back to 1 times speed. And now I can extend... That's cheating a little bit, right? Hey, it's using the game... It's playing by the rules, right? Kind of playing by the rules of the game. Wow. This... Without just this crappy little Sputnik probe core on this thing, it's impossible to control this thing. Moon Probe 1 has no operational SAS and no... So, yeah, we just can't do it. I can't keep this thing stable. How you doing, Paula? Alright, Marmello! Hype for space! Alright. Thanks, Marmello. Alright, we got 1 minute to our apoapsis. Let's see, can I even plan a maneuver with this thing? Uh-oh, wrong... Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Can I plan a maneuver? Add maneuver, go prograde a bunch, and... Yeah, let's just plan that. Okay, map mode. There, okay. We need to go... Oh, in about 30 seconds, so... Yeah, let's, aim. Wait, this has no reaction wheels? You can't turn this thing at all? I can't move without the engines on. So I guess let's put the engine on a little tiny bit and spin it around. This thing is there's no way we're landing this on the moon. You can't even orient the thing until the engine's on. I mean, that's, I guess, a little bit more realistic, I guess. Now we're getting into orbit, trying to. There's no way I'm landing this on the moon. This is crashing for sure. Right? Alright, we're in an orbit. It's not a good orbit, but it's an orbit. We are in orbit. Yeah. Holy shnikes. Explain the apoapsis. Okay, here we go. We have an orbit. So, again, when you go up, right? When you want to go into orbit, you just don't go... Here's where we took off. Here's Kerbal Space Center. Oh, come on, hold on. Right here's Kerbal Space Center. You would think, the average person thinks, to go up into space, just go straight up. Well, what happens when things go straight up? They come straight down. It's called gravity, right? So think about throwing a baseball, right? You throw a baseball, it makes an arc. So it'll go from here to here and land on the ground. You throw a baseball faster... It makes a longer arc and lands here. You shoot a bullet, it goes like this, and eventually it'll hit the ground. You shoot it faster, it eventually hits the ground a little further away. So all we do with a rocket is we put it up and to the side super, super fast. So when that arc doesn't fall on the ground, the arc eventually... Here's where we took off. It goes here, arc, and then we go faster. It would land over here, faster. It would land over here. Eventually, it just falls all the way around the Earth and just keeps falling forever. That's all an orbit is you just keep you go so fast sideways that you're always falling towards Earth, but you're going so fast you just stay in orbit. That's all it is. So you don't just go straight up, you got to go up and sideways real fast. Orbit is sideways real fast because you're constantly falling like you would have thrown a baseball or a bullet or whatever. Okay. Moon 2 debris. Oh, that's that was one of my old ships. Okay, so now what we do is the orbit it's a circle, right? There's a high point and a low point. The periapsis is the low point of the orbit. The apoapsis is the high point of the orbit. Okay. So our low point is 80,000 meters above the surface, right here. Our high point is 112,000 meters. It's not a perfect circle, not a perfect circular orbit. So that's periapsis and apoapsis. So you can change the orbit. So if we want to make the apoapsis go higher, we need to go to the periapsis right here, and you go faster here. You go fast at the low point, and that pushes out, that we're just planning a maneuver, and that pushes out your apoapsis to a higher place. So if we burn here, 386 meters per second, that's how much power we would put in, we would raise almost to 1 million meters. Now, if we want to lower our orbit on the other side, we would cancel that maneuver. right there. And right here at the periapsis, instead of going faster, we would slow down here, and that would lower our apoapsis to the point where it flips around, and then that becomes our periapsis because that side's getting lower. And eventually, if we slow down enough right now, we'd fall and go back to the Earth. So when you're doing an orbit, if you want the opposite side of you to go higher or lower, you got to burn from the opposite side. Because if we just start going faster right where we're at, we're not going to go higher or lower. All that happens on the other side of the planet. Right here, we just start going faster or lower, and we don't change our altitude. That's kind of how that works. So now, to get to the Mun, that's right here. The Mun's going to go around and be about here by the time we could get there. So I'm guessing we got to burn somewhere down here on the opposite side of where we think the Mun is going to be. And we go faster right there, pushing out the apoapsis, and bam, right there we get an encounter. Oh, I don't want to be doing that. I messed up. I hit the wrong thing. So right there, add maneuver, go faster. Go faster, and then right there, and now I can go here to go to set focus view, and that would bring me in. That's actually pretty good for a first try. Bring me in 312,000 meters above the surface there. And again, that would be our periapsis of our orbit around the Moon. Okay. But here it shows we're not in orbit. This is our projected path around the Moon. We're actually coming into the Moon. Closest approach periapsis is 312, and then we're going to escape the Moon's gravity and go back into Kerbal orbit, into a really big orbit around Kerbal. We'd get a gravity assist if we didn't make... So what we do is we want to do this. Then once we get here, we'll do a burn to lower our apoapsis on the other side to bring that down to circular, to make this a circle. Is AP... Well, here they just got PE for periapsis. Periapsis, and then over here for apoapsis, we got it's APO, APSIS. It's just AP, the AP and the PE. That's what they have here. Okay. Does no, it doesn't really mean it's just the 2 points of the orbit. There's more ways to calculate your orbit. You have your high point and low point of the orbit, and then there's also inclination, like how tilted your orbit is too. We don't have that showing right now, but how many degrees, like, because right here, if you look, if I flatten out, here's the orbit of the Mun. Back here is Minmus. If I go around here and zoom out enough, you can see the Minmus orbit is tilted by about 5 degrees, and the real Moon is tilted as well. And that's why every time the Moon goes around the Earth, we don't get an eclipse. I mean, if the Moon wasn't tilted, if the orbit wasn't tilted of the Moon, we'd have an eclipse every time that went around the Earth and got in front of the Sun. But because it's tilted, it only happens once every, I don't even know how long, a couple times a year, I think, depending on where in the world it is. Okay. So I guess, you know what, let's just go with this burn, I think, right? We got tons of extra gas. It's very difficult to... Now, we could tweak this. So the other part about going into orbit and going close to the planets and stuff, the further away you are from where you want to be, the less energy you got to less energy you got to spend to make that move. So if we want to move this periapsis when we're at the Moon a little closer, one little tiny puff of rocket right here would move that a ton. Because that's, you know, however many millions of meters away. If we wait to make that change when we're right here, we got to use a lot of power to make that move. We got lots of extra power, so we're not going to worry about it too much. I think we just go for getting close to this approach right here. And down here, it's telling us we need to make this burn to get to here in 18 minutes. And we got to do a 49-second burn. That is the plan. How are we looking on power? We've used, we're at 398 out of 410, so we got tons of extra power still. But we can't waste tons of time. We gotta, like, get going. We can't just, like, take 10 orbits around the Earth to perfectly plan everything. Clear as mud. What part do we not get here? Well, I mean, I know, like, it'd be easier to draw it out, maybe. which we can do. You know how to get into orbit, right? It's just basically you're shooting a bullet around the Earth. If you shoot it, a bullet's going to land. If you shoot it faster, it's going to land further away. If you shoot it even faster, it's going to land further away. If you shoot it fast enough, it'll never drop and hit the Earth. It'll just keep falling around the Earth forever. That's what getting into orbit is. That part is why we go sideways. A rocket is just a bullet going around the Earth so fast it can't fall. And if you go faster, it goes into a higher orbit. If you go slower, it goes back to a lower orbit until eventually you'll slow that bullet down enough, it'll come back and hit the ground. So that's getting into orbit. In a nutshell. Alright. Alright, what are we doing now? We gotta go to the moon. Alright, so let's get closer to this node. We're gonna... Well, let's hit F5 to quick save, right? Is that the quick save button? Let me look at my cheat sheet of buttons of what every button does. How do you quick save? I think it's F5. Does it not tell me how to quick save on this thing? Yeah, quick save, okay. F5, quick saving. Alright. After that, you're taking the bus. So what we're doing again here, we want to... I gotta do... It's not letting me focus back here. We're going around in orbit here. We want to get to here. So what we're doing is we're in the little circle here, right? Little orbit around our planet. We want to get all the way to the moon. So what we're doing is, if the moon's over here, we want to burn on the back side of our planet. And if we go faster here, it'll push out this part of our orbit to go this way. Where we're at and doing the burn, we're not going up or down in altitude at all. So our periapsis won't move at all. The opposite side is what moves and goes up and down in altitude. Because if we're going faster, the bullet is going further away from the planet and planet's surface, right? If we go slower, our orbit will go down, the bullet would be getting slower and come back and hit the ground. So what we're going to do is on the back side of the planet, we're going to increase speed. The bullet will take a bigger path around the Earth to where eventually the path goes all the way out here and intersects with the moon. That's kind of what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing, but just another way to kind of think about it, I guess. So now we're going around 12 minutes to our burn. We're speeding up time. Don't want to miss it. Does the toilet work? This is an unmanned probe, so there's no toilet. Unmanned probe. And it's really hard to control because we only got one probe unlocked, and it's the shittiest one in the game. Okay. So we got about 3 minutes until our burn. Let's speed up a little bit more. Let's get closer to where we got to burn. Okay, I'm going to set F5 to save again. Just in case we totally blow this up. Or mess it up. So right now, like, my probe has no... Like, it doesn't work until the engines are running. So, I got to give it a little tap of fuel and then straighten it out to get us where we're going. So we want to burn prograde, the direction we're going. We're going around the Earth this way, this way, this way. So we want to add more power that direction to increase our orbit on the other side of where we're at. So I'm trying to spin her around. Right now we're going backwards, retrograde. Slowing down. We want to spin all the way around. To go this way, prograde. And it's really hard to control and keep it on target. There we go, now we'll give it full power. Do our best with it. I just can't keep this fucking thing straight. We're never going to be able to land on the moon with this. Never. Luckily, gravity's lower there, but still, we're never going to be able to land this. We're so cooked. Normally a probe will have stability assist, which is, you know, helps me keep the thing stable as it suggests. This does not have that. See, there's the moon right there. We're heading there. Okay, we're going to slow it down quite a bit here, so I don't overshoot. Alright, I think I went over a little bit, but let's just see where we're at. Let's clear that. I went over by 3.8 meters a second of power. But, we're on a collision course with the moon now. So if we don't do anything, we're going to crash into the moon. So we're actually on a collision course. Not good. Actually not good. So again, here we are on this side of the Earth. That's where we just did our burn, right where that's where we're at, okay? And what it did is it pushed our orbit out on this side instead of coming right back around like we were. Our orbit's way out here now. And this just this is just a prediction of where we're going to be at the moon because we got it on focus view. The moon will actually be over here. So that we're going to crash into the moon right here. Because by the time we get all the way here, the moon will be over here. If that makes sense. And we're going to crash right into it. So we can fix that. We can fix that by slowing down a little bit. Or we just do it when we're about halfway there, do a correction burn. That's what they would really do. Do a correction burn. And we're never going to be able to land this thing. We're never, ever going to be able to land this thing. Without stability assist, I can't do this. I'm going to try, though, right? We're going to try. And maybe enough parts of it when it lands and crashes will survive to where it'll count me as landing on the moon. Maybe the thing will kind of blow up, but as long as I can land and at least one part survives, maybe it'll register as a moon landing. Maybe. Right? Maybe? So now what I can do is, in this view, we're just drifting. And we're actually drifting. You can see it's, instead of like aiming at the moon now, we're drifting backwards, aiming backwards. And that's actually really good for me, because I said I overshot, and what I need to do is slow down. If this nav ball down here goes right to this symbol, that's perfectly retrograde, meaning the opposite of the direction we're going. So if I burn a little bit right there, we slow down. So just by chance, we're drifting in that direction. If I go to the map view right here, zoom in, give it one little tap of gas. See how it changes that predicted orbit? One little tap of gas. Okay? One little tap. We're slowing down. One little tap. And right there, we're coming 6,400 meters above the surface. We're not going to crash anymore. We just got lucky with our drift. Let's do a little now 13,000. I feel better about that. There's some mountains on the moon. I don't think any of them were 6,000 meters. But I feel better with a little more of a cushion there. So that's perfect. So now, if we do nothing right from here, we're going to go out, follow this path to here. Then we encounter the moon. All this will be here by then. Then, when we're at the moon, we're going to go 13,000 meters away, get a huge gravity assist, and go escape the moon. Then we would go here and drift out into outer space, outside of Earth's orbit, and end up in an orbit around the sun. We'd get a huge gravity assist and throw me into interplanetary space. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to go into an orbit of the moon. We want to go into the orbit of the moon. Hey, we doing? I don't know how to say your name. Is it Jojo? I'm just going to say Jojo. Yo, bye? Oh, okay, bye. Thanks for coming in. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go into a moon orbit here. And hopefully I got enough antenna strength when we get there. And the worst part of this that I didn't even think of, oh shoot. I need to have direct line of sight of Earth when I make this burn. If I wait to do the burn right here, this is on the back side of the moon, I won't be able to control the probe to either light the engine or perhaps shut it off. So I actually need to do the burn closer to here. This could be bad. So if I plan the burn here, add a maneuver where I'm more confident I'll have line of sight. So we don't want to zip by the moon. We want to slow down. So we want to burn retrograde, slow down. And that brings our orbit down here. We want to do something like that to bring our orbit down, but then that makes us crash into the surface. That's bad. So what we want to do is shift our orbit this way. So we'll go radial. We'll do a radial direction burn. It's very inefficient. And do something like that. Something like that to kind of get us into a somewhat better orbit. That kicks us up really high, which is not ideal, but we'll make that work for now. I could try to get this really good. You know, we might as well try to get it good, right? So let's slow down more, bring the apoapsis down. And we'll go even more radial. Something like... Here, let me bring up the numbers so I can see them. Very inefficient to do it this way, but we're doing it that way. Okay. That's what we're going to try to do. Going to do a weird angled burn there to put us into an orbit. And to try to do it on the side of the moon where we have line of sight so our antenna works. Because remember, if we're on the opposite side, we have no communication. Now, the way to get around that is what we should have done maybe before, is launch a relay satellite or a relay network around the moon, so I'd have satellites to bounce off, but this is our first satellite to the moon. We don't have satellites to bounce off. This potentially could be a satellite to bounce off someday if it was a relay, but it's not. So that's what we're doing. And at this point, we're just gaining altitude, leaving Earth, or Kerbin, if you will. And we're drifting. How's our battery? Oh, you know what? This engine has an alternator. I did not remember that. So this recharges the battery. Okay, every time I fire up the engine, it recharges. That's a good thing. Okay. That's a real good thing. I like it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another quick save right there. Just now we're on our way to the moon. Mello, you're playing Tower Tycoon. You think Mello's favorite is Tower Tycoon? I don't think that's his favorite. Almost, says Marmello. He liked this game more. You like Kerbal more, Marmello? What about Ark? What do you like better, Marmello? Ark or Kerbal? I tried to ask Kyle that, and he couldn't decide. Alright, so let's go ahead. Now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead. There's a couple ways I can speed up. I could just warp speed and hope I don't pass it. Or what I can do is I can click on this orbit right here and go warp to here. So we're flying, jet flying, jet flying. There's our probe. We're going to this point where we almost encounter the moon. And you see the moon is getting closer to... We're going to encounter really over here. All this is going to match up. And right here, do I have control? I don't have any probe control. So apparently, this is not a strong enough... Apparently, I don't have a strong enough signal. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. I want to see how that happens. Let's load save. And I guess... Was that just my most recent quick save, then? Was that just a second ago? Will this be my most recent quick save? Let's see. Load. I hope this doesn't go back really far. Did I mess this up? Let's see. Go to my tracking station. You know what? I screwed up and went way back. I just screwed up. I just screwed up and loaded the wrong quick save. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. I know I've been quick saving. Load save. How do I know what quick save I got? Has it not been saving my quick saves? I just loaded quick save 1. What the heck? Here, let me look at something here. What the heck? I guess I don't know how to quick save, do I? I think I just wrecked that whole thing. This ain't good. I just wasted all that time. No, this should be right. Where's my pro? Okay, let's look here. Cancel. Cancel. Sorry, resume. Tracking station. Where the hell's my probe at? I got moon debris orbiting Kerbin. Where's my probe at? We don't have any probes. Huh. Well, that's not good. I don't understand. I think that's the most recent quick save. Let me try this again. Escape. Load save. There's one here called persistent. I don't know why it's called persistent, but let's load it. See what it says. Tracking station. No probe there either. But our money is correct. That's how much money we had at the end of building it, I think, right? Load save. I know we had 22 science. That's all we had in science. It's got to be this one, where our funds are down after building the rocket. It says 1 flight. I don't know why this says quick save and then this saves quick save 1. It's this quick save right here. Hold on. There we are. Okay. I think we're failing this no matter what. I just want to see. Like right here, we have 100 signal strength. Okay? I don't know. Did we run out of battery? Maybe along the way? Let me keep this up so I can watch our battery. That could be what happened. I think we ran out of battery going that far. So I'm going to go 100 times speed. Go a little while. Let's go a little ways. And look at my battery. Can I keep that up? I think I can keep that up. Our signal now is 100%. Our battery's at 380, 370. Yeah, our battery's drifting down. Signal's still 100%. I think we just ran our battery down. Yeah, because the battery's going down. The signal's still 100%. I think that was just like some kind of a glitch and we ran our battery down. And then that gave us no signal, because the probe's got enough power. I mean, enough signal. We're still at 100% signal. Well, let me hit pause here and see. Yeah, we still got 100%. Yeah, we got our signal back to Earth. Yeah, we're at 100% here. We still should have signal here. Okay, so that was just us running out of... So let's do this again. Let's be a little smarter about this. Yeah, we burned a third of our battery so far. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to fire up our engine a little earlier just to generate power. Crazy. I thought we had tons of electricity. So I thought we had tons. I thought wrong. Yeah, we're at half battery now. That's exactly what did it. Yeah, we're still at 100% signal strength. Oh. Yeah. We got plenty of signal. Plenty. So we got to charge our battery. Let's wait a little bit longer to charge the battery. Screw it, right? If we're going to do it, let's just wait. I mean, the battery will charge when we go into orbit. Let's fire up the engine. Good thing the engine has an alternator. Okay, we're down to a quarter battery. Still 100% signal strength. All right. I guess what we're going to do is, man, this is crazy, isn't it? How much do I get? Okay, let me just burn. Ah, shit. If I just tap it on, is that enough? Let me see. Yeah, it gets a little bit of battery if you just tapping it on. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap it on and try to aim towards the... Ah, shit. This is going to mess it up. I'm just going to try to... I'm just going to burn to charge our battery, then I'll have to fix it with another maneuver node. But let me just try to aim towards our target, and that should help a little bit. Then we'll burn back towards our target again. Just keep burning towards our target until our battery charges. We're going all over the place here. Look at our thing, we're going backwards and then forwards, backwards and then forwards. Our battery's going up a little bit. I'm burning real slow, so we're not... I'm just going back and forth, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Just messing up our maneuver big time. We're screwing this up big time. We're screwing this up big time. I'm sure there was a better way to do this. I probably should have just burnt a bunch in one direction and then turned around and burnt back the other way. And we're just drifting, falling, all over the place. But we got our battery up to half now. But again, we're really far away from the moon. We got plenty of time, plenty of fuel to fix this. I'm just charging the battery. No solar panels, Pilsner. I don't have any unlocked yet. I'm trying to do this with the Stay Putnik cord. It has no damn SAS. And, really hard to control, and there's no way I'm going to be able to land it. There's no way I'm going to be able to land this. Oh, and I'm just going in circles here. I'm like... I don't know if I can get... Okay, let's stabilize it first. Okay, now let's aim back towards my target. Okay. There's no way. There's no way I'm going to be able to do this. Alright, we got about 3/4 of our battery charged. Yeah, this is like not the way to do it. Definitely not the way to do it. And again, this is my maneuver to get circularized around the mun. So I'm just kind of aiming in that direction just as a frame of reference. It's not really gonna be good. Alright, you know what? I think that's gonna be enough battery. You know, we're doing this. We're screwing it up. Let's fully charge our battery, just to make certain. Gonna aim this direction for a little bit. This is not how to do it. What you do is you wait until you have the right parts unlocked before you go to the moon. Or you do other missions to earn more science to get the right parts unlocked, right? We're just YOLOing it to see if we can. Okay, that's going back that way. And we got just about a full charge. Okay, we got full charge now. Let's go ahead and kill it. And let's cancel that maneuver, because that's not going to work. Apparently we're still getting a moon encounter. Let's do a focus view. Okay, we're going way up here. Our orbit way high above the moon now. But at least we got a full battery. And this might actually be better that we're actually going up high above the moon. Because to circularize this, we might not have to worry about going behind the dark side as much. If we just add a maneuver right there to slow this down, it'd be cheap and get us into an orbit. And then we can worry about circularizing and landing. We got tons of Delta V. We got 4,000 Delta V. We got 4,000. Fire a rocket? Oh, we did that part. We did that. We just can't control it. And we're drifting right now, and I have zero... There's no... I didn't realize there's no reaction wheels in the probe either. I can't control this thing at all unless the engines are on. That's horrible. There's no control whatsoever. Until I fire up the engine. So I can't even aim before I turn the engine on. I just gotta, like... just gotta wing it. But again, right now our battery is draining again. So, let's do another F5 save. And hopefully we don't need to figure out which save that is to reload. And then, speed it up. And get there. Oops. Not how they would do it in real life? Probably not. Almost certainly not. They would actually wait to have like some kind of power that you could regenerate, or they'd put enough batteries on it to where you wouldn't need to rely on an alternator to recharge them halfway. Alright, we're speeding through, getting closer to our encounter. Battery is a quarter drained. I hope that the other engine has an alternator too when we're going in for the landing. Okay, we are now in space around the moon. We're coming in this direction? Oh, I thought we'd be coming in the other way. Ooh. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine that we're coming in that way. Yeah, as long as we got line of sight for Earth, we're at 99%. We got tons of signal strength. Tons of signal. Okay. So, what we want to do is we want to burn retrograde here is basically the goal. Once we get closer. And that's the opposite direction of the way we're traveling. So again, here we're at the periapsis of our orbit right here. Which is really going to be the apoapsis. It will be the periapsis. Well, right now it's the periapsis. It's going to be the apoapsis. Anyway, we're at this point of our orbit. It's one of the extremes. We got a low extreme and a high extreme, right? If we burn backwards here to slow down, so we'll point this way, pointy end this way, flamey end this way. It'll slow us down. We're moving at 493 meters a second. We want to slow down right here. If we slow down here, this is going to go closer to the planet, the opposite end of our orbit. That's what we want. Because again, we're slowing down the bullet that's going to go around the planet. We want to slow it down. Well, actually, right now, we're going this way. We're jet flying by. We want to... This is one giant circle that flies by. It's not even a circle yet. It's just an arc. We want to turn this into the circle to get closer to the planet. That's what we're doing. And we're going to do it when we get a little bit closer. 29 minutes, 27 minutes. We're speeding up time. It's only an 11-second burn at full power. We're not going to be at full power the whole way, I'll tell you that. Because we need to go real slow a little bit to turn to the right direction. This is definitely not how they would do it. We're at half battery now. We're less than half battery. So I'm glad I fully charged. Okay, we got our burn in about 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. And again, let's stop. Let's... Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost overshot. Almost overshot. We're at 152 on our battery charge. And I'm not even going to look at our rocket. Let's just watch this view. And this is... The blue line is where we're at. The orange line is where we want our orbit to be. So I'm going to tap a little bit of gas just to go towards our target, which is basically just pure retrograde. Now we're on target. I'm going to crank the gas. Really not even cranked. You can see the blue arc coming around. It'll eventually make a circle and we'll be in orbit. There was an encounter with something else there for a second. Now we're in orbit. Now we're in orbit. Now we're in orbit. It's getting closer. I'm going to go a little closer, a little closer, a little closer. Let's just stop it right about there. That gets us 96,000 meters above the surface in a crazy looking orbit. I'm kind of okay with that. Let's leave it there. Okay, we're in orbit. It's not a circle orbit, it's an inclined orbit. It's crazy. But we made it in the orbit. And we got half of our battery still filled. Not the best. Not the best. This sucks that I don't have a fucking good enough battery. I gotta watch battery, don't I? So I can't just keep going. So really what I should do... Now I'm pointing prograde. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna burn a little bit more right now. Just to raise up the opposite end of our orbit some more. Just to get mostly just to get power. So we're going to raise up our orbit a bunch, and I'm going to turn right back around and then do it again. Just to charge our battery right here. We got tons of extra fuel. I'm just charging our battery. So we're aiming prograde for a while. Okay, that's going crazy. Now I'm just going to spin it right around. Spin it right around and go retrograde. And let's click on that. And try to get close. We got a close approach. We're at 430. I don't want to hit the planet, though. 300,000 meters is where we'll be. 200,000. Could fine-tune the engine and get a little less thrust, but I try to get right around 25 if I can. $25K above the surface. Somewhere right about there. 25K, perfect. That's a pretty close approach. Motherfucker. And we got a full battery, almost. We're at 377 out of 410 on our battery, which you can't really see with Mello's super chats flying by at the top. Now what? I mean, we got to kind of go in for a landing. Now, I mean, I could just do it right now from this high. I think I want to go around once. Do I? Do I want to wait? Where do we want to land? We want to land on the light side. Right? Right. How am I going to land on the light side? I think I got to go around one time until I'm over here and get line of sight again, and then burn to land over. So what I'm going to do is we're in this big orbit. We're going this way. I think we're going this way. We're going this way. Over here, we will have no signal, so we can't burn here at the periapsis, which would be optimal. We're going to be going over here. As soon as I get line of sight over here somewhere, I'll burn to make this go down and land on the light side over here. I think that's what we want to do. We want to be on the light side and a close line to Kerbin so we can maintain control. And I hope, let's save, F5 to save, because now we're in orbit. I hope we have enough battery to get us there. So let's go around. There's our probe, going around, nice and slow. Burning tons of battery. Kerbin's moving too, or actually we're moving around Kerbin. I think we gotta wait and see when we're over here exactly how it's gonna line up, because we're just kind of eyeballing this. We're using a ton more battery than I want to use. 99% signal strength, so signal strength's not going to be an issue. Loss of signal will be an issue when we're back here. Okay, we're 57 minutes from the periapsis, so we're going to have blackout way before that. We're going to be close on battery. This is going to be bad. We're at half battery right now. Yeah, I hope we don't run out of battery. I really hope we don't run out of battery. Oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. Okay, hold on. Okay. Let's slow it down right about here. Okay, we're going to have loss of signal. We got loss of signal, right? We got signal for the second. We're going to get loss of signal here. Just a little bit. Okay, we got signal strength 99. And we got loss of signal. No signal at all. But our probe is definitely losing power still. It's still on. It's just on the dark side. Or it's not on the dark side. We're still on the light right there until now. Now we're on the dark side of the moon. But we gotta wait until we get signal again. Because right now we can't control the probe. No probe control. So I can't burn or turn or do anything right now. But we'll get that control again over here. Once we get line of sight again. 147 out of 410 on the battery. I think we got just enough battery to make this work. Should be getting acquisition of signal. We got it. We got full probe control again. Again, we see our green line showing signal. It's actually going through the surface there a little bit. It gave us signal early. It cheated a little bit, gave us signal early. That's good. So now I put it back to real time, so now we can plan on what we're going to do. I want to land in daylight so I can see what I'm doing, and so you guys can see. And I want to land where we can see the Earth. So I think we want to land somewhere around here. Right by this crater or so, right? Like right around here. Right around here. Right around here. So to do that, I kind of want to burn right about here. Add maneuver. Go in retrograde. And that looks like it does it. It brings my orbit down so we crash right about there. Now, we're not going to crash. We're going to burn like hell and try to save it, right? We're going to try to land. But that's kind of what that's going to look like. I think that's going to be good, right? I actually want to go a little further than that. I'm going to go a little further. We want to be over here somewhere. Just to make sure we get tons of daylight and tons of signal. Okay. Are we on board? We good? We happy with this? Are we gonna fuck this up? Probably. Probably. Should we have just done a manned... If we would have just brought a manned moon lander, which we could have easily made, all this would have been super simple and we'd already be walking on the moon. Unfortunately, I decided, hey, let's do more like a real space program would do. You wouldn't just send a man the first trip. You'd want to send a probe first, right? Well, we have no control over this one hardly, so maybe a bad idea. All right, this burn is in 14 minutes. It says it's going to be a 3-second burn. So what I'm going to do, because that's like super touchy and I want to just be able to control this thing, I'm going to do something kind of dumb, and I'm going to change the thrust limit of this down to 10%. So this only is going to have 10% the thrust it usually does. Now that turns that into a 3-second burn into a 30-second burn. Gives me a lot more control so I can fine-tune it, hopefully. I got to remember to put that back up when I need it, though. Okay. I got to remember that. Okay, so again, the blue line is where we're at right now. We're in this big orbit. We're going to make that into this orange line that lands over here. Somewhere over here. And we're going to do that right at this spot where our maneuver is at, so... Let's F5 to save. Speed it up. Speed up time. Get close to that burn. Our battery's at 120 out of 410. And we're a minute away from our burn. Let's go back to real time. Oh, man. This is dumb. Why are we wasting our time doing this? I don't know. What else we got to do, right? We're down to 3,200 meters per second. We're wasting so much fuel because we can't control this thing and we're charging our battery the whole time, but that's okay, right? Alright, that's fine. I hope that last stage... Well, can I see if it does? Let me see. Will it tell me if this engine here has an alternator in it? I don't think this last engine has an alternator. Right here, alternator output 0.56 EC a second. This last engine does not have an alternator. So I hope that I'm burning enough with this last engine on the landing approach to fully charge the battery, and whatever's left in the battery when this runs out of gas is all that we get. Our last Terrier engine does not have a battery. Or an alternator, sorry. That's bad. All right, let's try to get this orbit circularized. All right, we're slowly turning where we need to go. Again, super low thrust is what we have on this right now. And now we're aiming where we want to aim a little more. We're going to crank up the engine. Aim right here. That puts us probably into a different orbit there. Turn the camera on me. I can go to the map view just to watch this happen. There's our orbit going down. And right about there. Yeah, we're going to hit the planet over here. So we're in a collision course now. That's what we wanted, right? We've added only a little bit of battery there. When are we going to be over here? An hour? Ooh, I don't know if we have enough world's first milestone. You've entered into a suborbital moon flight. Hey, we at least got some money and some science for this, even if we crash. First time we're suborbital on the moon. Yeah, this is bad. This is actually pretty damn bad. This is bad. Alright, let's hope we got enough, we're gonna be coming in fast over here, too. So what, instead of just doing a nice slow moon landing like you normally would, we're going way up high, 500,000 meters above, and then YOLOing it down to the surface. That's not how you want to do it. We'll be coming down fast. But we got enough power in our engine to slow us down. I'm confident of that. And we need to run the engine a bunch to generate the power anyway. I just hope... Let's put our thrust limit back to 100. I just hope we don't run out of battery before we make that burn. Quick save. And we're rotating like a mofo here. And let's just go 50 times speed for a little bit. We'll watch that power. 130, 129. We just can't let it go to 0. We can let it go down to 1. That's fine. Your mom's making spaghetti leftovers. Nice, Mark. For midnight? Is that going to be your midnight snack? Was that your midnight snack, Mark? Okay, we're at 105 out of 410. 100 out of 410. We're under 100 left of the battery. We're now at our high point of the orbit, the apoapsis. It's not even an orbit anymore. We're suborbital. Now we're speeding back up as we're falling to the moon. We're speeding up now. We're at 75 electric. I'm not going to let it go under 25. We're going to start burning. We're up to 200 for our speed now. We're at 55 on our battery. We're at 50. 45. Okay, we're at 43 on the battery. We're at 10% battery. And we're now going 250 meters per second towards the surface. Yikes. I don't want to start burning now. We got to get closer to the surface. We're at 43 on a battery. How am I going to land this thing? That's what I want to know. How the hell am I going to land this thing? I guess that's what you're waiting to see as well, right? How am I going to land this thing? Okay. Mark's having leftover spaghetti as a midnight snack. Lucky. Hopefully that doesn't give you heartburn, Mark. Does that ever hurt your throat? Do you ever wake up with your throat hurting after eating like spaghetti or something like that? Hopefully not. All right, we're at 42 out of 410 on the battery. I don't think you guys can even see that because of all the stuff scrolling across the screen up top. Maybe you can see it a little bit between the letters every now and then. Let me go a little bit closer. 35 on the battery. 30 on the battery. 25. Okay, we're pushing it there. I don't want to run out of battery. Now we're going 350. I think we're just going to turn it on a little bit and go retrograde. Right? Try to. Just to get a little bit of charge. That slows us down some. Wastes fuel, but it slows us down. Our battery's at the 67, I said 67, 75. But it's slowing our fall down. So it's going to make the landing take a lot longer. It's a big waste of fuel, but we got tons of fuel. But I need to charge this battery. Oh my god, I need to charge this battery. So I think what we're going to do, now we got 115 in the battery. I think that's going to be enough. Let's kill it. And then we're just going to fall towards the planet and go in for our landing. So we're going in. How's our landing looking? We're just going straight down now. We're just going straight down into this crater. And, yeah, I hope it's still light by the time we land. It will be. We're not going to go. It's not going to take that long to land. It's like, yeah. Yeah, it's like going to be happening in minutes. And we'll have good signal. I think we're going to be good here. We're going to be landing right on this edge of this crater, which could be bad. But that's where we're going. Yeah, this is our orbital path, basically straight up, straight down. We killed most of our sideways speed. Our orbital speed is 16. So we need to really change this to surface speed. This is us falling to the planet. And we'll change this to how far we are above the ground, not sea level. I don't care about sea level. I care about how far we are above the ground. And we're just going to fall. And hopefully we still have battery when we get close enough to start burning. And hopefully that charges our battery all the way. There's a lot of hopefullys here. Let's F5 quick save, in case I accidentally hit the wrong button. I would like to save a lot so we can reload. And in case I accidentally separate the engine too early, or in case I speed up too much, or what. Lots of things can go wrong. Like right now, I'm going to speed us up 50 times. Get closer. Our surface speed, you can see, going up dramatically. Our electric charge going down. Our altitude going down. This is it. Okay, we're at 100 on the electric charge. Okay, wow. We're going 400 meters a second now. We got 880 meters per second in our engine of this stage for fuel. So we could slow that down and we'd still have half of our fuel left, theoretically, if we do a perfect burn. We're not going to do a perfect burn because we're tilted like crazy here. We'd have to straighten out first. We're at 60,000 meters, 66,000, 67 I was going to say. I tried to. I didn't get it in time. There's no way I'm going to be able to land this. It's just like... It's too crazy. It's too crazy. I don't want to wait until I'm too close, but I don't want to do it too far and then just have gravity take over again. Let's go a little bit closer. Wow, that was close. Okay, we're at 20,000. I think I need to start burning, right? We're coming in hot. I gotta start burning. Let's just turn it on and aim straight up, straight up, straight up, Kittle. Wow, we might have waited too long. Oh, I'm trying to go... Oh, I was hitting the wrong button there. I was hitting the wrong button that whole time to try to make the engine go. I was hitting the wrong damn button. Okay, now we're going up, actually. We went too far. What am I doing now? Oh, I turned it off. Shoot, okay. So we got half of our battery charged. And we're almost out of fuel in this stage. This is really bad. This is actually quite bad. Oh, we're going up a ton. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no. We're going up. I did that burn poorly. We got half of our battery filled, though. So now what's happening is we're going up and then back down for a little bit. But we killed a lot of the speed. But we went from like 7,500 meters up to now 9,500. We're going to peak out at 11,222. Oh, shoot. I mean, I could just give it a little tap of fuel here, right? Get a little more charge out of this. Now we're burning straight back towards the planet. Oh, shoot. Alright, I guess we just YOLO this, right? Let's use more fuel. Aim back. Oh, shoot. Do I have good control here? I do. I got good control. Okay, let's just drift for a little bit. Let's get some speed going down. This is stupid. Let's put our landing gear down. We're never gonna land this. We're never gonna land this. There's no SAS, right? Just to confirm. Nope, no SAS. We got 99% control. We're good. We're basically got to burn at the right time and the right... Oh, man, this is horrible. This does have a lot of power, though. I want to fine-tune this a little bit. I'm going to go thrust limit to 20%, just so I can have more fine control. I don't think I need more than that. Famous last words, right? Let's F5 quick save right there, in case that was a mistake. So what you ideally want to do, we're going down to the planet real fast, right? We're going down, down, down. If I burn now to slow us down, it wastes fuel, and then that was our other stage landing. I really want to do a suicide burn is what it's called, and you just wait to burn until like the right time, and you hammer it, and hopefully you zero out right when you hit the ground. That's tough to calculate, so what we're going to do is we're going to tap on the fuel just a little bit, just so I have some control. And I have no control over this. I'm drifting, man. I'm drifting. Why do I have no control? Well, because I'm not good at this. Oh no, we're coming in too hot. I shouldn't have changed the thrust. I shouldn't have changed the thrust thing. I shouldn't have changed it. I shouldn't have changed the thrust. I changed it too much. I changed it too much. Okay. That was not good. We lost our probe. See how that worked? Outcome, catastrophic failure. It looked like we crashed into the moon, crashed into the terrain, crashed, collided into the surface, engine collided, landing struts failed, collided into the surface. Yeah, so we shouldn't have changed the thrust vectoring. I thought we had more thrust than that. I couldn't control it there, and I couldn't slow down. That was a mistake. So what we're going to try to do then is let's try to load in our last save there, which should be this quick save right here. And we'll try that again. Okay, here we are. Change this back to 100% and not get cute with it. I was trying to get a little finer control there. We did not need that. Let's see if we can do this again, right? We got tons of fuel in this. I don't need to get too cute with it. I just can't keep it straight up in the air. Okay. Yeah, it's just, I mean, we have no, it's like I gotta turn the engine all the way off. And then if I turn it back on, we start going up too much. But we got tons of fuel. I think I can make this work. I try to. I drift a little more. Gotta watch the altitude. Make sure I don't hit the damn wrong button too much. Oh, we're going the other way. Oh, wrong button. Oh, kill the fuel! I screwed that up. Ah, this is so hard to do. With no SAS. Damn, no SAS. There's my shadow. Okay. Shit. Shit. Okay, I gotta give it a little gas. We're going sideways too much. I gotta go like this. Slow it down this way, right? Okay. Man, we might not have enough fuel to do this. Well, I gotta check my power too. Okay, power shouldn't be an issue. I got 247 out of 410. Should be enough to make this happen. We're just going sideways too much because I gotta keep switching this around. Oh, shit. Come on. No. Oh, no, I'm going way off course. Come on. Oh, shit. Hit the wrong button. Now we're going way up. Fuck! I hit the wrong button there. I hit max throttle instead of slight boost on the throttle. Oh, my God! Oh my god, this is so hard to do. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the thrust to 50% right here. No, I'm going to do 33. Yeah, I'm going to change it because I need to fine-tune it a little more. I need to be able to fine-tune this more. And I need to be able to, like, leave the engine on to, like, kill this rotation. I can't kill the rotation. Yeah, we're burning straight down at the damn surface. I can't change this vector. I mean, I can if I fucking... Oh, no. Yeah, I can't change this. I screwed this up. Oh. Yeah, I can't get out of this. No, that's bad. Yeah, I can't get out of it. Wait, did I survive? No, it didn't. Okay, it almost survived. But I think that actually was enough for the contract. That actually completed the contract. Can you believe that? That's kind of rigged, right? That's not fair. We got to try that again. Oh, I didn't get to see the contract thing at the pop-up. Okay. Oh, it's behind this, probably. Close. Yeah. Explore the moon. I guess did it beat both contracts? We've landed on the surface of the moon. Do we just take that and take the science and quit fucking around with this? Or do I try it one more time? What do we do? Do I try it one more time? I gotta have that thrust down enough to where I can keep the engine running a little bit without going up. Like, just to give me stability. Yeah, that's crazy that actually counted as the contract. It survived on the surface of the moon just for a second. Oh, there's something else crashing over there. Vessel destroyed, can't autosave. Okay, yeah, I get that. We didn't get the transmit from the surface, though. So we didn't get that contract done. We got the landing on the moon one done. I think we're going to reload one more time and try to get this done the right way, though. Load. Okay, here we go. Thrust limit at 20. I'm going to leave it at 20 this time. I'm going to leave it there. And try to do it. I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try. Try like hell. Okay, I'm gonna put this on. Aim up. Try killing a lot of this speed, but not all of it. So we gotta kill a lot more speed than that. It's looking a lot better so far. Let's not celebrate just yet, right? On pointy end up, bitch. Oh, it's so hard to keep this thing pointed up. It's so damn hard. And the problem is we got too much damn horizontal velocity. Our horizontal speed is just too much. Okay, we're actually going up now. That's not bad. I mean, that's not good. Just tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. We're doing this. We're fucking doing this, man. We're fucking gonna do this. One way or another, right? Oh, we're coming in too hot. Coming in too hot. Come on, please slow down. Please slow down. Please slow down. Please slow down. We got too much horizontal speed. That's what it all is. It's all horizontal speed. So I think I gotta slow it down this way. Oh, no, 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 no. We're going up now. Damn it, I fucking almost had it. I almost had it. Oh, we got so much horizontal speed. Please slow down. Oh, no, that's too much. Oh, you dummy. You dummy. Oh, I fucked that up. I almost had it, man. I almost had it. Almost. Okay, almost. Alright, I got enough fuel to try this again. I really need to change that thrust limit a little bit more, but... No, 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 no. Aim up, aim up, aim... No, no, which way's up? Which way's up? Like this? Oh, shit. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're going up. Ah, this is dumb. I can't control this thing unless the engine's on, but the engine's too powerful to... It keeps sending me up, man. Now I'm pointing straight down. And when I'm going this slow, I have basically no control. So I gotta kick it up a notch. Okay. Come on, just get it pointing straight up, please. There we go. Now kick it back this way, kick it back this way. Kick it back this way a little bit. This is just fine-tuning it, please. Cut it. Nope, shit, a little bit. No, 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 no. Aim straight up, man. Still going down, right? We're still going down, right? We got too much horizontal velocity. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work, man. Oh man, we almost touched down. Got too much horizontal speed. Let's try to kill it right here. Okay, I think I killed the horizontal speed. This is stupid. This is stupid. Come on, flip around before we land. Flip around before we land. Flip around before we land. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I let it go too much. Christ, this is not going to happen. How do you do this without SAS? Like, how would you even do this? Okay, will I flip all the way back around and go pointy end up before I crash? Because that's what I need to do before I even turn on the engine. Come on, flip around, flip around, flip around. Flip around. Come on. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay. Got too much speed. Yeah, I can't control this. Yep, I can't control it. Now we're crashing. Again. Damn it! Did that part survive? Well, it did for a second. It did for a second. It did for a second. Looks like we still got some debris over there surviving. So it gives me the contract for landing again if we keep that, but let's try... I think I'm going to try it one more time. And then we're probably just going to give up, right? Because this is kind of getting ridiculous. I thought I could do this. I mean, I know I could. If I try it 100 times, I'll do it like 4 out of the 100 times. Manned missions are so much easier. I know, Pilsner. I know we could have easily done a manned mission. The problem with that is I was trying to listen. I thought maybe for once I would do a playthrough where I actually listen to mission control. Right? Mission control didn't tell me to go do a manned mission and plant a flag on the moon yet. They're telling me to land something on the moon and transmit science. So what would a real space program do? They'd probably send a probe. You wouldn't go manned mission from the beginning. So I'm like, well, let's try that. Well, I guess what I need to do is I need to do other science elsewhere to unlock better probe core. So that's all we're trying to do here. Could easily do the manned mission and have full control. Easy, no problem. I'd have SAS is what I'm missing. If I had SAS, this would be done. But I just can't. Or reaction wheels, I guess. Or some kind of reaction wheel where I can control. It's not even SAS, it's just the reaction wheels I need to be able to orient the probe with the engine off. I have no control with the engine off. So I don't even think I have any reaction wheels unlocked to even do that. I just don't have the stuff. I don't have the parts. I don't have the cards. Ah, shit. Alright, we'll try it one more time. Got plenty of battery. We don't need to worry about that. What are we doing here? Okay. I got my thrust at 20 still. I got thrust at 20. I really need to have thrust at like 10 at some point to where I can have the engine running a little tiny bit without going vertical. Alright, let's put the engine on a little bit to try to go vertical here. Without overdoing it. I really just need to master a suicide burn the first try, right? I don't think we did it. We just stopped. This is actually pretty good right there. If I can keep it vertical, which I can't. Which I can't keep it pointy end up. I can't. I'm going way too much horizontal. I just can't fucking do this. Actually, this is pretty good. Come on. pretty fucking close. Oh, it was close! We just got too much horizontal. Ah, I should have let it land. I should have let it land and tumble, right? Because now I'm not going to be able to get it to go back vertical. We're done. Wait! Stop! Was that slow enough? Log pressure. Transmit. Do I have enough battery to transmit this? I did. Oh my god. That's not how you would do it by the book, is it? Log temperature. Transmit. Done. Just enough battery. 127 out of 410. Let's go. That's not how you would do it normally, would it? Alright, we're done with this mission. Woo! Let's go! I thought for sure that was blowing up. But basically, that's the only way I could do that, is basically a suicide burn where you just try to keep it going and land, like basically land coming in hot, but I should have I would love to land on my legs there, but I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done with that shit. And you're gonna live here until you run out of power. Woo! Well, that was just a probe. That was just a probe, but yeah. No, none of the parts broke either. None of them broke. I can't believe that. Like, I can't believe that. Right? None of them broke. All right, let's see what we did there. Contract parameter complete. Touchdown on the moon. Any crash you can walk away from counts as a landing, it says. That's what they say, Pilsner. You're right. Taking our first steps exploring the moon. Let's go and see where it takes us. Thank you. Landed on the surface. Thank you. We got science data from the surface of the moon. Excellent. Thank you. Holy crap. Holy crap. That was nuts, wasn't it? Okay. So that's what we did. That was our contract. And that's why we did it. They never told me to land. They told me to land on the moon. Explore the moon is what they said. And science data from the surface. But I don't have any other contracts to do any other, like, real exploration. I can rescue this guy from the moon. Like, where's the one where it tells you to plant a flag on the moon? Like, I was trying to do things in order. Because normally what I would do in a playthrough is I would just go land on Minmus. Minmus is so easy compared to the moon. I'd do a landing on Minmus, I'd run around, have fun, then I'd do a moon landing. I was just trying to do things like what they're telling me to do. Observational studies of the moon. I ain't doing this. Crew report at exactly 10,000. Yeah, we're not doing that. Those are so hard to do. VIP, we're not doing that. We're not doing tourists. We're not going to rescue this guy. We're not going to rescue this guy. We're not going to do tourists. Explore Kerbin. We're not going to go... Wait a minute. Rendezvous vessels. Transfer between vessels. Orbital spacewalk. I mean, we should do that at some point. Maybe that's what we do. We try to do that. Because this is the next, like, mission that it's given me to do. Maybe eventually it'll give me a... Well, we'll take the mission. We're going to take that contract. We'll do it at some point. But maybe that's what we do. We just launch 2 things into orbit and try to spacewalk? I don't even know if I can spacewalk. Do I have that unlocked? Like, how do you even unlock that? Kerbals can perform EVAs. Okay. So I guess we did unlock that, and they can place flags. Okay. Kerbals can collect surface samples. So we can do surface samples already, too. Okay, we don't need to upgrade that yet if we're going back to the moon or anything. I think we're good here, right? I think we're pretty good. So maybe, if, let's go to the next day, actually. Warp to sunrise. And now that it's a new day, actually, let's see if they got anything new in here. I don't think there's anything new here. Like, there's always supposed to be one, like, go, like, plant a flag on the moon, or go to Minmus, or, like, to try to keep you exploring, right? I guess maybe I gotta do this orbit spacewalk thing first. Rendezvous 2 vessels. So I gotta send... Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send 2 rockets in the orbit, basically, rendezvous, and then switch the drivers and bring them home. Is that what I need to do, basically? Would that be a fun mission, maybe? Just do 2 quick rockets in the orbit, couple spacewalks, switch the drivers. I don't know. Let's see what else I can unlock. We got 96 science. That seems kind of iffy, huh? If I can do that. I think I could do it. Do I want to unlock anything else first? And do we get any science for doing that? I mean, we get the mission done. We'll get the mission done, I guess. And that's the main thing. I don't need to use any... I don't need to unlock any of this stuff, do I? I don't think I need to unlock any of this stuff to make that happen. I mean, solar panels are good, but if I'm going with a... If I'm taking a pilot, I don't really need any of this stuff, really. Just going into orbit one time. I think we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna be fine, right? So, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's try to do this. Alright, what crafts have we saved here so far? Open. We got Jeb 1, I think that was our first one. Moon 1, Moon 2, Moon Probe, Jeb 1. Now, let's build a new one. I don't even know what these are. Okay, cancel. So we're going into orbit. We got to send 2 guys into orbit, right? So we got that, and we need a parachute. Okay, so we're gonna send this up in the orbit with Jeb, and then we're gonna send another one in the orbit with somebody else. So two ships in orbit. We'll rendezvous, and then we'll bring them back home. In theory, right? So we got that, and then we need a heat shield. Right? I think, yeah. I think that's gonna be good. Then we just need to get this thing in the orbit. So... let's do a stack separator. Don't forget about that. Decoupler. Okay. Let's try to design this smart. We don't need any science here. We're just trying to get this done, right? The mission, again, is orbital spacewalk, rendezvous 2 vessels, and then transfer crew between the vessels. Okay. Okay. Is that... should I bring, like, extra people so someone's always in one? I don't know. That's probably something I should be doing, but Okay, so we're gonna have this, and we're gonna have a little engine on it, right? That's gonna be like our upper stage kind of last line up in space getting around kind of deal, right? And then getting us up into space, going here. We're gonna do an adapter. We're going big. We're going big, huh? I'm gonna use these because they look cooler. Boom. And then we're gonna go engine. This big ass one right there. And that's probably plenty. That's probably more than we need right there. That is more than we need. I don't even need this little upper stage, do I? I guess that's the getting home stage and getting back in. Full power, send it! Speaking of power, I probably should put some batteries on here, right? So let's do that, just in case. Just in case. Where's the batteries? Probably this electric thing. Let's just put 4 batteries on here. Right there. Those aren't coming home with us, but those are just adding to the ship, helping me out. I think I like that. Should we put some fins on it? Mostly because they look cool? I think mostly because they look cool, right? They should help with stability somewhat. Do I have the snapping on? Let's do that. There we go. Yeah, I like it. Just more drag? It's a drag. Okay, is this all I need to do? Okay, let's look. Flamey end lights up, then we separate that, then that lights up, and then that separates, and then the parachute goes. I think this is all we need. I think this is all we need, right? Well, actually, let's think about this for a second. To really do a good rendezvous, I'd really like RCS thrusters and all that. I don't think we have any of that unlocked. So I don't have any thrusters. That would make rendezvous so much easier. But why should we make it easier? We just landed on the moon without, like, a real probe that has SAS or reaction wheels, so why would we do anything easy? I say we send it. Elon doesn't use fins? You're right, Elon doesn't use fins. Let's get rid of the fins. Saves us money, too. Let's see if that works. Who's driving this one? Jeb, and then we'll send Valentina up to meet him. Okay? Ready? Ready? Launch. I probably should have saved that craft. Let's go back. Revert flight back to vehicle assembly. Let's save this as orbit orbit meetup. We'll call it something fun there. How about that? Just so it saves. So I can reload that in. If this works, we'll reload it in and send Valentina right up. Might be a little short. That's what she said, Hank. Ready to launch it? What time of day is it? I don't care. Full power? 3, 2, 1. SAS on. Launch. Elon don't use fins. Start turning east slightly. How we doing, Elton? Elton, you'll think this is funny. Mark started sending me messages today because I'm going to go to Hawaii to visit Manda again soon and my family. He was telling me no video games while you're in Hawaii. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, go see a movie with Manda. He's like, go do mini golf. I'm like, what are you talking about, Mark? He's like, no video games. And I'm like, what do you mean? Do you just not want me playing Tower Tycoon? Is that what you want? He just doesn't want me playing Tower Tycoon for a week or so he can catch up. And then he was sending messages to Manda today too. Yeah, Mark, Manda told me you sent her messages too. Yep. Manda was sending me messages too. But we're getting a lot of heating effects here. Ooh, I probably should pull back on throttle for a little bit. Yeah, you know what? We're going up to 86K on the... let's coast up for a little bit. We don't want to go too high in this orbit. We'll reach our apoapsis, top of the orbit, or predicted orbit so far, in about 1:50. We do have some probe control here, so that's good. Or some reaction wheels. So we can turn while we have no engine going. Because this capsule can do that. It has reaction wheels. It uses like gyroscopes or something theoretically to do this. I don't think it's very realistic. I think actually real space probes do have something like that. They don't really... You wouldn't be able to turn the whole thing like that, I don't think. You'd need... probably need thrusters. Probably. Okay. We'll keep that like that. Jeb's thrilled with this. Jeb is thrilled. You just found 4 floor keys? Man, Elton, I think they initially, remember they had them and then they had a double key weekend right after? I got like 4 or 6 of them then, which really doubled into... I should say I got like 6 or 7 of them, which doubled into like 12 or 14 of them. Like, I got plenty of them that double key weekend. I gotta do a burn here. And then I have gotten like hardly any since then from building floors. I get them driving around every now and then. And stuff like that. You know, just on the road or from like the slimes that you grow and stuff. But like, very rarely from the floors. So if you got that many just now, maybe they boosted them again. Because they like had them okay for a while. Like, they weren't hard to get. And now it's like, you know, it seemed like it was impossible for a while. Kind of nuts. I'm not sure though. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't boost it. Maybe you just got super lucky, and I've been super unlucky. Okay, I'm in a 96 by 84 orbit. 96 by 84. We're in orbit. Jeb's in orbit. We're good. It's not the best orbit, but it's an orbit, right? That's all we need. So can we do a crew report from Jeb? Have we done these? I guess we've never done a crew report from space. Let's do it. Let's keep that experiment. And you know what we're going to do just to make sure this works? We're going to quick save. Then we're going to go EVA. How do you do EVA? I got to go down here. Hold on. Get rid of that. EVA. SAS disengaged. EVA report. Above Kerbin's water. Keep experiment. And then we're going to board the... We're going to board. So right there, we just got 2 things done. One of our contract parameters done. Okay. And world's first EVA, spacewalk. Good. So we're going to aim prograde here. SAS prograde. Mark wants to play with Elton Tower. You found all 9 together? Wait a minute, what? Yeah, remember I was finding a bunch earlier and you guys weren't? You guys were getting all pissed off because I had like 10 of them and you guys had none? And then like I've done like 100 floors and gotten nothing. But I find them from my slime or on the road or just other ways, of course. I'm going to turn SAS off to save on battery. Okay. And we got a whole upper stage to deal with. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the Space Center. This guy, Jeb's in orbit, he's fine. Jeb's in orbit, he's fine. Mark was sending Mark was sending Manda messages today to tell her to take me to the movies and take me out to eat and take me mini golf and keep me from playing video games while I'm in Hawaii. Mark doesn't want me playing any games. Come on, Mark. Okay, who's going to fly this one? Crew? Valentina's going to be the pilot. I think we're good, right? I think we're going to be good. Let's just launch it. Let's call this one Orbital Meetup 2, right? Orbital Meetup number 2. And launch. We're kind of spending a lot of money to do this contract, but hopefully the contract pays for itself. Valentina, it's your first flight. You ready? Now what we should do, too, is go to the map view. We're right here, and Jeb's already over here. So if we launch, we're going to be behind Jeb. Is that going to be fine? Or what we should do is wait until Jeb's right above us to launch. So let's actually do that. Let's go 100 times speed. Let Jeb come around. Just so we have less to travel to try to meet up with her. Try to meet up with Jeb. Right? Makes sense? Let Jeb do an orbit. Okay, Jeb is directly above us now. Now we launch. Should be a lot closer. Okay. Thanks you, Elton. Are you playing with Mark now? Alright. I did my daily already on there. I haven't really played much today. I did my dailies on there just to get like the latest thing. They have some crappy prizes from the daily prize. Like I think I got 2 stars today or something. Big deal. And my slimes didn't give me. Oh, I got 1 rainbow key from the slime, so that was good. All right, let's go max speed. SAS on. Launch. Try to do another great launch. Try to get somewhere around a 90K orbit, because that's about where Jeb's at. Yeah, Mark just doesn't want me to play for a week. And I've been telling Mark, Manda has a PS4. I could probably play on her PS4. And Manda has a Nintendo Switch. Last time I was in Hawaii, I was able to get on and play. But remember, I couldn't play with Elton and Mark or anybody else at the same time. I could play with one of you. But everybody's tower is so big that I can't play with everybody all at once. The Switch just doesn't have enough memory and it crashes. But I can get into a private lobby and at least do my dailies and keep up, but Mark's probably going to pass me a big time on the floors, I'm sure. Or maybe not the floors, but... Because Mark's going to run out of keys. Mark's been using a lot of keys to build his floors. Mark's going to run out of keys eventually. You don't realize that. But he's gonna. He's gonna if he keeps up using so many keys. Alright, so we're heading up. I'm actually going to slow it down a little bit, because we went up too fast last time. We're getting pretty high. I'm going to start turning aggressively. Try to do this a little more efficiently. We'll go a full 90 at this point. Wouldn't it be crazy if we just crashed in the Jeb as we're going up, because we launched when he's right above us? That's like almost impossible. All right. We're at 149 from our apoapsis. That's fine. Can I see Jeb anywhere? Wouldn't it be crazy if I could actually see his craft? There's no way. We're not close enough to do that. But I can go to the map right now and see how far away. Oh! He's way up here. Okay, we didn't... we should have launched when Jeb was back here, apparently. He went that far in like 2 minutes? He went that far in 2 minutes. Okay. I guess. He went that far in 2 minutes, I guess. You're going to pass Elton in rebirths, Mark? Go for it, Mark. Do it. Do it. Okay, so we want to keep an orbit lower than Jeb then if we got to catch up to him. If we're behind him, we got to have a lower orbit than Jeb. Because the lower orbit is the faster orbit. It's kind of counterintuitive. The higher orbit's slower. But that's okay. Valentina is thrilled right now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's try to circle this thing up. We'll aim down a little bit to actually lower the apoapsis. It's kind of not the best way to do this, but it's the way we're doing it. We don't want to raise it too much. We want to go lower. I want to go perfectly horizontal now. We almost got it. We almost got it. Let's slow down. This is not a very good orbit. Not a very good orbit. Horribly done. Horribly done. But we're going to make the best of it. One of them will catch up to the other. So we're going to set this as target and see how close we get. Distance, we're not even close. Intersect 1 will be pretty far away. So, Let's switch to Jeb's craft and see if we can meet up with Valentina now. Because Valentina's on a crazy orbit. Let's switch to Jeb. Okay? Switch into the Jeb. I'm going to go to the map view. We're going to set Valentina as a target. Okay. We're inclined a little bit different. So let's go to this. Let's do a couple smart moves. We're going to go to the ascending node. We've got a little bit of an inclination difference. We're going to add a maneuver. And we're going to change... Ah, come on. No. We're actually going to descend at the ascending node. That's what we got to do. There we go. Actually, right about... Ah, too much. Right about there is going to be perfect. Okay, we'll make that small correction burn right there to get on the same orbital plane as Val. Okay? SA, how are we doing on battery? Plenty of battery. We don't have to worry about it. Mark's going to pass Elton in rebirths? You think so? Well, Mark, Mark, remember, you kick our butt at Fall Guys, right? You can't win every game you play, okay? If Elton's ahead of you, or if I'm ahead of you, or if Elton's ahead of both of us, it's fine. It's fine. Don't let it bother you, okay? It'll be fine. And this is just a 0.5 second burn we gotta do. Super fine-tuned burn. We way overpowered this rocket. Way overpowered it. But that's okay. So what I'm going to do to try to get this exact, I'll thrust limit this down to, I don't know, 13%. And now that turns into a 3-second burn, so I can control it a little better. And we'll be able to control it a little better when I'm not... Oh, did a little bit too soon there. I won't be going full throttle. So for example, let's just start doing it right now. Jump the gun a little bit. Super slow burn. Control it perfectly. This just puts me on the same orbital plane, and then we'll worry about the actual rendezvous. But if we're on the same plane, it gives us way more rendezvous spots, potentially. Makes it easier to rendezvous. Let's say you want to be on the same orbital plane. To where we intersect always. Okay, that should be good enough. Let's aim this thing prograde just because. So we're stable. Cancel that maneuver node. And see where we're at. Okay. Ascending node, descending node are 0. We're in a perfect plane with Val. We want to be on a higher up orbit. So if I just go prograde right here, raise up my periapsis, this should help. Okay? So if I just burn a little bit right now, where's our meetup part? There's an intersect there. There's an intersect there. Let's just look at the intersect time. The intersect's getting a little bit closer there. I don't want to go too crazy here, though. I think I just got to do another orbit or two, because this is getting too out of hand. Let's just do another... Let's just speed up and do an orbit. So we're in a higher up orbit, so Val should be catching up to us. Distance is 330,000 meters. Yeah, she's catching up to us. 290, 270. Oh, no, not that. Oh my god, what did I just do? Oh, we were just inside. Now she's 200 meters, 200,000 meters, getting closer. Our intersect here will be 193 kilometers away. That's way better than I would have guessed. Way better than I would have guessed. Let's just aim prograde and see if we can bring that closer. That intersect. Nope, that's further. So let's aim retrograde. Elton, you're going to use, or Mark's going to use his headphones to talk to you. Maybe Elton doesn't have his on, but Elton usually has them. Elton usually does. Okay, now we're aiming pure retrograde. The separation that we're going to have over here in 22 minutes will be 195 kilometers. Going to burn closer to get that closer. 180, 170, 160, 150, 40, 30, 20, 110. And then it's moving apart. So that's going to be a relatively close approach. Why is it so different? That's as close as we can get over there by burning prograde, retrograde. I guess the other way to burn would be radial in, radial out. I guess I can play with that. Should we play with it? Let's play with it. So target over there will be 117. My periapsis, I want to keep that looking good. Let's go stability. I could just wait till I'm over there and burn point to it and do a quick and dirty, maneuver. I don't want to change the inclination. The inclination, we're still perfect. So don't want to go normal, anti-normal. Let's just see if we can go radial in. Is that where I want to go? I think it's radial out is what I need to do, but we're closer to radial in on the nav ball. We're just going to give it a quick little burn and see if those numbers get closer or further. If they get closer, we're in the right direction. If they get further, we need to spin it around. Okay, we're perfect right there. A little tap. They're getting closer. 114, 113, 110, 100, 90, 80, 88, I should say. 79. 75, 70, this is good. 67. 50. 40. 20. Okay, 17 kilometers will be. Let's go a little slower. 14 kilometers, 10. See if we can get it within a kilometer or two. Intersect 0.9 kilometers. We'll be 900 meters away. That's actually probably way too close. But that's how close we're going to get when we get over there. And that's kind of crazy, right? Let's do it. Let's go for that closest approach. And then we'll worry about slowing down and getting into the same orbit. And figure that out. Let's F5 the quick save now that we've done that. So I think what we want to do is we want to get closer over there. So that's going to be in about 13 minutes. So let's go. I don't know if I want to go that fast. Let's watch on this view so I know when we're going to be over here. 11 minutes. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, let's just get closer here. Yeah. Relative speed, we're 64 meters per second difference in speed. Oh, we can see. She's up here. Okay, 5 kilometers away. So we're aiming towards the target now. So I want to go retrograde to the target to slow down once we get there. That's pretty much all we got to do. And that should be good. Kittle, what does build discount mean? So if there's one tab that tells you what the build discount is, and what it does is, for example, let's say the button on the floor says $1,000, just for numbers, right? If you get the legendary build discount, I think it's 20% off. So it'll change that number from 1,000 to 800. Or maybe it's 25% build discount. I can't remember what you get. But it's substantial. Build discount is the best thing that you can get. So that means all the floors that you build in your tower are that % cheaper. So to make the best ATM, in my opinion, on this event, okay, you ready? You want the build discount legendary. Well, you got a giant tower, probably 3,000-4,000 floors. I don't know what you're at. So you want the floor bonus. And you probably got a shit ton of rebirths, and you're going to have more. You're going to want rebirth bonus. Those 4 things, or those 3 things, are the best. In my opinion. Make sense? Okay, we're not moving compared to the target right now. We're holding position. We're 1.1 kilometers away. So now we want to aim to the target, right? Now we want to aim at the target. Kittle, you're helping. I hope that you guys help each other, Mark. Fokker should be helping a Fokker, right? Why not? Good job. I hope you guys help each other. Hey, Calvin, what's the time? What do you mean, what's the time? Like, what time is it right now? 10:30 Pacific time, where I live, roughly. I'm trying to aim at the target now. It's a little bit closer. I think that actually counted as a rendezvous. Synchronized free falling, I guess, does that count for the contract parameter? What else do we got in the contract? Whoops. We got a transfer now. So this counts as a rendezvous getting this close. But we got a transfer now, so we got to get a little bit closer. It's 1:30, so you're on like the East Coast. So what we want to do here is burn towards the target and kill that speed. There we go. And now we want to aim retrograde to the target. So when we get close, we can slow it down again. This should get us a little bit closer. This is like a dirty way to do rendezvous. It's not the best way. It's a way to do it. It's not the best way. It's a way, not the best way. I'm not sure. Oh, your central time? Okay. You can use the jetpack from that distance? Yeah, that's true. What I don't know of how I'm going to do, Pilsner, I've never done it before. I can jetpack one Kerbal over there. Then, like, I guess I got to get the other one out before I let the other one back in, right? I'll give you a little iffy. I want to switch ships, is what I want to do. Okay, we're 800 meters away. Hey, there's the moon in the background. Perfect, right? Does that make sense? You got the gold floor bonus. That's perfect. Purple rebirth and gold money bonus. Money bonus sucks, Elton. It's good. It gives you 1,000% to your bonus. That'll never, ever go up. It's always just going to add plus 1,000%. Sounds good, right? The floor bonus, it adds, if you get legendary floor bonus, it adds 1% for every floor you build. You got way more than 1,000 floors, you're probably going to build more than 1,000 more. So that will beat your money bonus. Rebirth bonus gives you 1% if you get legendary for every rebirth you do. You got more than 1,000 rebirths, and you'll do more than 1,000 more in the future. You're trying to future-proof this thing, to make it better in the future. The money bonus will never, ever go above the plus 1,000. The money bonus, you'd be wasting a spot. Build discount always will give you percentage off. Percentage off. You know, you see how you're up high in the tower. You're probably way higher than I am. You see how expensive the higher up floors get? Like, it takes forever to even earn enough money to hit one damn button. Getting a 20 or 25% or 15, whatever you can get, discount on those is huge. Is huge. Should have made one of a two-seater? Yeah, I probably should have put, or I should have put some, I should have unlocked ladders and put them on one of them. Just to grab on somewhere. Okay, we're, pretty close. Let's kill off our target velocity right there, 0. Now I could get closer. Should I try to get closer? Our periapsis is down at 73. I don't want to get under 70. It'd be dangerous. But should I get closer? Is 500 enough? Is 500 enough? I think 500 is probably enough. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I should have made. I mean, there is a. Can I have one grabbing the crew hatch and then the other EVA, while one's grabbing the crew hatch, and then quickly switch, and then quickly switch and board? I don't know. If you take it out, oh, of course, Elton, it's going to make your percentage drop by 1,000 exactly. The money bonus. But you should, but that's fine. That's fine, Elton. If you put the build discount there instead, the build discount's worth more. And if you have the rebirth bonus and the floor bonus, all you got to do is 500 more floors and 500 rebirths, and that brings back that 1,000% you lost. But then those keep going up forever. As you keep building more floors, that keeps going up. That keeps going up. Again, that extra 1,000% you're going to get for the other one will never go up above 1,000. It's a waste of a spot. Temporarily, right now, it gives you plus 1,000. I get it. I get it. That's not good. You don't want that. You don't want that in the long run. You want something that's always going to keep going up forever. I'm trying to turn this. Can I just go prograde? Or sorry, prograde, and will it get me most of the way? I want to point at this and burn. I want to get closer. Okay, that's going to be that. How are we doing on battery? How are we doing on battery? We got tons of battery. Okay. Stability assist. And now I'm going to go this way and point at the damn thing. I want to get within a couple 100 meters. 500's too far. It's not too far. I mean, it's really close, actually, for what we're doing. I'd just like to get closer. Okay. Now we will retrograde the target and hope we don't collide. Hope we don't collide. And I'd like to wait until we're on the light side of the planet to do this, which I probably screwed that up already, because we're on the dark side and we're going to drift apart. Yeah, we're just going onto the dark side. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, right? Damn it. Okay. That's fine. Let's see how close we get now. 360, 350. We might just be doing this on the dark side, and you guys won't be able to see what we're doing. Yeah, I know. If I go do the plus 1,000, or actually if I do boss elimination, you should check that out. If you've been playing a lot, and you got legendary boss elimination, that raises your percentage up even more. You get like plus 20% for every boss you've killed. It's pretty huge. But again, that's something that'll never go up after the event. It only counts the bosses of this event that you beat, and then it doesn't go up anymore. So you're capped. I want something that's always going to keep going up in the future. Okay, we got both ships here. There's our ship and there's Valentina. 200 meters apart. You can look, when you go to the tab on the ATM where you build it, Elton, there's two options at the bottom other than close. One tells you what each of the pieces does, and the other tells you like what percentage or what bonus they give you. So one will tell you that the build discount makes the floors cheaper, or makes the buttons on the floor cheaper. The other tab will tell you that an epic gives you 10% bonus, legendary gives you this, and tell you the exact numbers. Again, the plus 1,000's nice in the short run, but remember, after this event, all this stuff locks in, and you won't be able to change it, right? It locks in. I want something locked in that'll always... Now, again, the next event, you might have another ATM that you build that's even better. Like, remember, last event, we used our lucky ATM. I built an awesome one. And then now this ATM is better than my lucky ATM. So I'm never going to use my lucky ATM again. Never, probably. There's other cool things, like there's the thing that doubles your wheel spins, but you should have the brown egg ATM from last event that already does that. So again, I think the best thing is the rebirth bonus, legendary, floor bonus, legendary, and build discount, legendary. If you can build that, I think that's the best. That's what I'm trying for. I got floor bonus, legendary, and I got the rebirth bonus, legendary. And I got the other one, build discount in purple. So I haven't got the build discount. The best one is the build discount. Because there's no other there's other ATMs that give us more money per floor. There's more ATMs that give you lots of money. No other ATM that we have so far that I know of gives you a build discount. That's huge. You know how expensive that is. You know how expensive the floors are. We're drifting apart. You know what I'm going to do? I don't like this. I'm going to go 50 times speed and get to the light side of the planet, and we'll get closer one more time. Let's just get to the... I mean, how far are we going to drift apart? 400, 500, 600? Okay, hold on. There we go. We're 1,000 away again. Damn it. All right, so let's aim at it again. Try to get closer. I want to do this during the light, right? We got tons of fuel, so I'm not worried about fuel. Yeah, that's fast enough. We don't want to go more than 10 meters a second. I'm getting crazy. Should have made one a two-seater, no joke. No joke, huh? Alright, however close this gets us, we're gonna do it. We're gonna take Jeb. We're gonna quick save. I'm not losing Jeb, you guys. We're gonna quick save, and we're gonna try to transfer Jeb over. I gotta remember how to do the damn EVA in, though. I think it's the same controls. WASD, and then I think there's a couple other buttons I gotta worry about, too. So there's 6 directions in 3-dimensional space. Yep. Yeah, so right now, Elton, like, it would be better for me. The real way to do it, okay, and remember, you want to have your highest paying ATM on, the biggest percentage, before you open any doors and get keys. Because that key is, the number of how much you get in that key is based on your money percentage. So don't, like, have your rebirth ATM still on, earning a low percentage, and then go open keys. Switch to your highest money maker first. If I really wanted the min-max, I'd put my boss elimination thing on, go get keys, then put on the discount to build, and keep switching back and forth. Because that would make... I'd get a little bit more money with... Oh, shit, I fucked that up. I just did that bad. Okay. Let's go retrograde again. I just burnt too much. So, we're gonna have to do this one more time. Adjust. Gonna have to do this one more time. Let me kill the speed. Kill the speed. Come on, spin around. I just clicked the wrong button. Okay, killed that speed. Now I want to aim to it, and we're going to get close again. Should get within, I'd say 150-ish or so would make me real good. And I looked at the message board. The multiple spins at once don't seem to work for me, but it says it works in the background. I haven't, like, really tested it or looked. It says it does extra spins in the background that you can't see, but it gives you all the rewards that you should be getting, but you just don't see it. So if you hit the, like, 3 or 5 spins at once, you only see the one that the wheel spins. But apparently, like, in the background, that you can't see, it does the other spins and gives you those rewards. Which, I don't know. I'd rather do the spins one at a time and see what the hell I'm getting. Because I know I landed on... and it'll be different spins. So if you land on 4 stars, and you got the ATM that doubles it that shows you 8 spins, or 8 stars, you'll see that you get the 8 stars. You'll see that you get the 8 stars. But your second spin that you're doing isn't necessarily the 8 stars. It's something different. It could be 8 stars, but it's... Oh, we're getting way too close here. 100 meters, 90 meters. We're getting way too close, aren't we? I mean, shit, we're almost doing a dock. We're gonna hit. We're gonna hit. If I don't slow down, we're gonna hit, right? Oh, crap. Okay. I didn't think we were gonna get this close. We want to kill off all the speed, right? Go to 0. Okay, 0 meters a second. All right. F5 to save. And let's see if I can figure out how to EVA. EVA? Oh my god, this is stupid. Right? Okay. Space to let go. Do I gotta turn on RCS for my guy? Is that what I gotta do? Yeah. Oh my god, this is stupid, isn't it? Oh my god. Okay. Slower's better, right? Slow is better? How do I just go forward? Is that this? Okay. I thought I was wasting them too, but the message board says we're not wasting them. You thought I was going to dock? Well, normally that's what you would do and you'd just transfer people, right? Normally you would dock. But I don't have docking ports enabled or unlocked yet. So I'm going to have to just switch. Okay. Okay, hold on. How do I go down? Q and E, I think, is up and down, right? Nope, that's to rotate. Shit. Okay, oh no. Okay, I've hit too many buttons at once and I can't be stable. How do I go straight fucking up, man? How do I go straight up? Okay, I've done way too many things. Oh, shit. I don't know how to go up now. Like, how do I look at him and go that direction? Oh, I'm fucked now. Shift and control are jet up and down. Shit. Okay, well, we're gonna do this. Just want to do one direction at a time, go stable. One direction. This is how you do it, right? And then stop all the stop. Kill all your speed. One thing, and then kill your speed, right? This is how to do it, right? Grab, F. I grabbed. Now, can I get Valentina out of there with me grabbing? So let's switch craft. I'm now in Orbit Meetup, right? Orbit Meetup 2. And Valentina, can I EVA? All hatches are obstructed, cannot exit. Fuck! Alright, that plan doesn't work. So now, let's switch back to Jeb. Let go. Right? Let him float. And now we switch back to Valentina. EVA. Valentina's here. Hey, Jeb, how you doing? Are you sure this is safe? Alright, if you say so, I'll let go. Alright. Now we switch to Jeb. Now we're on Jeb. Okay. We're gonna bump Valentina. Oh, shit. Shit. What am I doing? I gotta put RCS back on. Okay. F the grab. Come on, go up. Beat aboard. Oh, I had it. I had it. Beat a board. Come on, I had it. Board. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. Okay, we did it. We did it. Now I gotta get Val back in the other fucking ship. Okay, we're on Val, drifting, floating. Which one do I gotta go to? Which one do I gotta go to? Is it this one? I think it's this one way over here. Oh, man, we're screwed. Okay, RCS. Okay, come on. I hope I go to the right one. I hope this is the right one. We like sent her jet flying, didn't we? You think this is the right one? I hope you're right. Uh-oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Hit too many different directions at once. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's stabilize. Okay. Go this way a little bit. I hope this is the empty one. Stable. Forward, 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 forward. F to grab. Beat aboard. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go. Woo! Alright. This one, orbit is 133 by 72. We're good to go. We're good to go. Where the hell's the other craft? Over there? We're in a stable orbit. This one, 133 by 72. We're in a stable orbit. Who's coming home first? Jeb or Valentina? Who do you guys want to come home first? Let's F5 the quick save. That was nuts. Alright, but that finishes the contract for sure, right? Contract. Enjoy a few snack breaks and counseling. These crew members be good as new. Exploration successful. Who knows what other secrets we hold. And we performed a crew transfer near Kerbal. One more thing I should do. Jeb's been up the longest. Okay. One more thing I should do is let's make sure we got a good crew report. We did a crew report and an EVA report for Jeb already, right? We've done that for Jeb already. But I think the crew report's stored in the other vehicle. So we're going to do a crew report here for Jeb again. Now we're going to switch to the other. We need to do an EVA report, and hopefully it's not above the water. We already got a crew report in here. Let's do EVA. Oh, don't lower visor. What am I doing? Okay. EVA report. Above the deserts. Perfect. We got a different crew report. Now we'll board. EVA report, I should say. Get a little bit of science here. And Val, you can stay right the fuck here. And we're going Jeb here. Let's aim, not mark target, we'll go orbit, and we'll go SAS, retrograde. I really should do the other ship first. Because that ship has been up here longer, and the battery will be lower. I really should do the other ship first, right? Right? That's what I should do first. But we're not gonna. Jeb's been up here the longest. We care about our astronauts, right? Oh, and you know what? We're right above the KSC right now. Do we just YOLO burn it right now? Let's make sure we're not going to hit Valentina. Should we just go retrograde? Should we just do it? Burn it? Oh, we're going, we're gonna be going in pretty steep here. That's not good. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna jettison that. Light that engine. And, yeah. That'll be good. That'll go in and crash and burn now. We're definitely, going straight down. Well, we're going down way over here, but we're gonna hit the atmosphere way before that. Should we use some of this fuel? GTA 4 tomorrow? Probably not. I'm thinking maybe Sunday night. I don't know what day, Isaac. I don't know. I really don't know. I will play it one day in the next 7 days before I go visit Manda. I think I just want to use a lot of this fuel, right? Just to slow down. Let's just use the fuel to slow down. Yeah, Mark said he's sorry for teasing you about 6-7, Isaac. Will you tell Mark it's okay? Will you please tell Mark it's okay and not to worry about it? Thanks, Isaac. I think this is a good move, right? Just slow down. Okay, we're in the atmosphere now. Let's go ahead and spin this around, jettison that. Okay. And we're going in now. And we're going in. Killed off a bunch of seats. Man, we're going to come in pretty close to the Kerbal, or the Space Center, aren't we? That's actually pretty freaking cool that I arranged that unintentionally. Boss fight, Mark! Isaac says you're friends, Mark. That's awesome, you guys. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Isaac. Yeah, maybe I will do GTA tomorrow. I don't know. I just don't know about Friday night. Or is it Friday? No, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, maybe we'll do GTA tomorrow. I know Friday night I can't. Because Friday night's Coin Club. Look at that. We're right above. Man, if I would have burnt a little more, we would have slowed down a little more. That's good. We don't want to land on our Space Center. Landing near is better. But yeah, we're going in. We're coming in hot. How's our battery? Tons of battery. Tons of electric charge in our capsule. We'll be able to deploy our parachute, hopefully. We're getting lots of speed. We'll be getting some heating effects. Jeb's going to love it. You got to go already? All right, nice. Yeah, Mark, Isaac says you're friends. All's good, man. All's good. Thanks for coming in, Isaac. All right, Jeb, with his orbital rendezvous and crazy jet flying transfer, coming home with KSC in the background. We might be going in and landing at the other off the runway. I think the other runway's right here, isn't it? Nah, there's like another runway or something over here. I know there's a few more there's a few more runways on the planet that you can find. All right, looking good. And we will deploy the parachute once we slow down a little more. It says right now it's dangerous to do so. Now it's okay to do it. So let's do it. It'll auto-inflate or auto-open, expand at 1,000 meters. If I didn't change the settings, and I don't think I changed the settings. You got a rainbow key? Yeah, nice. Mark used a bunch of his rainbow keys. Mark had like almost 50 rainbow keys, and then he used a bunch because I caught up. I got really lucky on the wheel yesterday, and I think I went from like 1380 something rebirths up to like 1416. I got like, it landed on the wheel 5 times the rebirth, and each time, because I have the ATM that doubles, I got 4 rebirths. So just spinning the wheel for a little bit, I got 20 rebirths, and actually passed up Mark by like 1 at the time, and Mark got pissed. Mark got pissed and then went and used a bunch of rainbow keys. Yeah, I got lucky on the spins, yeah, and then another time, you'll spin 50 times and get nothing, so. But I just happened to get lucky right then and there, and then Mark got pissed. Right, Jeb, you brought a different capsule home. How'd that happen? How'd that happen, Jeb? That was a cool little mission. I've never done that before. I've never done that before you have the capability. I've done it before you had the capability to dock. I've never done it on like 2 ships with one person, 1 seat capsules. I've done other ones because you do a lot of rescue missions if you want to earn some money and get extra astronauts later in the game, where you can just go up and rendezvous, and then you just transfer the guy that's stranded and fly over to the other ship that has an extra seat. Done that plenty of times. But never where you had to like have both out at once. You got 13 wheel spins? You forgot to... Okay, so Elton, you got the brown egg ATM, right, from Easter? You should have both ATMs, the white egg and the brown egg. Every time you spin the wheel, Elton, every time you spin the wheel, you should have the brown egg ATM. Because that doubles everything you get from the wheel spin. Now, if you had that perk on your lucky ATM, you could use that as well. But that was a perk you had to get and lock in, the double wheel spin bonus. I didn't get that on my lucky ATM. And then everyone that locked that in on their lucky ATM is then pissed off because then when Easter comes, they give you a brown egg ATM that doubles everything on the wheel. Oh, yeah, Elton, save up your wheel spins. I wait until I get... I was going to say about 67, but I don't wait that long. I usually wait till I get like 30, 40, 50 wheel spins. Whenever I feel like it, whenever I got a good break, then I go switch to my brown egg ATM, and then I do all my spins at once. Then I go switch back to my other ATM. Because it doubles your keys, doubles everything. It's crazy. You get tons of extra keys that way. All right, look at that. We're landed right on the water. Beautiful. And let's recover. And we still got Valentina up in space. Should we just leave her there? Let her get some experience. All right, we got 5. We got some science for doing that. Parts. No XP gain for Jeb. Okay, good. Should we just leave Valentina? You got way too many wheel spins. The game used to only let you get 99 saved up. But they did an update. I think it maxes out at 500 now, or maybe 1,000. I wouldn't wait that long. It just takes forever to spin that many. And then every time you land on the XP, it gives you an extra spin on top of that, and it's just... You'll be spinning the wheels forever. I usually wait until I get, 30, probably about 40 to 60. In that kind of range. I try not to let it get too many. Because then it just takes forever. The marketing for GTA 6 will start this summer. Isaac, I heard that in the next couple weeks... Let's go get Valentina. They're going to announce the price. That's what I heard. They're going to be announcing the price soon. What do you think about that? That's going to be pretty cool, right? They'll finally announce what the price is going to be. So let's go to Orbital Meetup, orbiting Kerbin, and we'll fly the ship. This is where Valentina is, and our original that now is missing 100 electric charge because it's been in space a lot longer. Let's look at our map. Let's go SAS on and aim. She doesn't have the ability to even aim retrograde. She's not experienced enough. So I'm going to have to do that manually. That's fine. And I think we're going to warp until we're up above the KSC and try to land close to home again. We don't need to do that. Just kind of adds a couple pieces of flair, right? So let's come around. That should be close enough. We're going to be landing in the dark. Kind of above KSC. Close enough, right? Close enough to home. I say we aim... retrograde first. We want to get suborbital. No, we want to go this way. You gotta wait. PlayStation 6. Wait, what? You got way too many wheel scenes. Will you look at landing on XP? Oh, shoot. Is getting the... Yeah, it just gets the spin back. You're right. And the egg ATM does not double that. It does not give you a bonus. It just gets... It makes that a free spin. Which is fine. Oh, we're coming in freaking hot. Alright, let's burn off some speed. I think we still got this thrust limited, perhaps. Because this ain't doing shit. I think we do. Should we just click thrust limiter? Do something like that. Okay. boom. Then go boom, and then kill it. Okay. Let that get out of our way. Where's KSC? Is it right down here somewhere? Let's float a little bit more before... We're definitely suborbital, right? Oh yeah, we're coming in hot. Let's try to land right at the Space Center, get close. Yeah, PS6 is at least 2 full years away. PS6, I believe, will come out Christmas 2028 or into 2029. Not happening in 2026, not happening in 2027. We're way away from Remember, a lot of people don't even have PS5s yet, because remember, PS5, it's been around for a while, but China virus and the supply chain crisis, not to mention even before China virus, nobody could find PS5s anyway. It was tough to find them. Okay, let's go in for a landing. Use up a bunch of this fuel. Now, there's a risk of trying to land right at the Space Center. Like, if I, drop our debris and it lands on one of the buildings, it could break our building, and we do have to pay to repair it. Which is kind of nuts, right? That's like a thing in the game. Right, let's just kill as much speed as we can. Why not? Might as well not blow up the fuel into our atmosphere and ocean. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna kill that. I'm gonna rotate, drop that, and rotate back in the prograde, and we're going into the atmosphere now. And that's gonna go into the atmosphere at some point too, down range. Look at that, the moon. We got the horizon there. Look at the nice rainbow color there. Beautiful. Look at that, the Milky Way in the background. And this is all stock. I don't have any like the add-ons. There's like a lot of add-ons that make everything look cooler, make the ocean look cooler, add clouds, add better textures. All that stuff just makes the game run slower, makes my computer run hotter. It is cool stuff, though. Look, there's KSC. Yeah, we're definitely coming in closer than Jeb did. Which I think the game for recovery gives you more money for your parts the closer you land. It's not enough to make it like worth doing. It makes the game more realistic and fun to do that, but it's not really worth it. We are coming in hot. It's telling me not to deploy the parachute yet. It's orange. It's a little iffy and dangerous to do it here, and we're gaining speed still. We're not in a thick enough part of the atmosphere yet, so. We slowed down so much, like we burnt away like almost all of our... Burn away like just about all the damn speed. Which is dangerous to do that, because now we're coming in hot straight down, and we're not slowing down enough. It's kind of dangerous to do it that way. We should have been slowing down a lot more. We got to deploy this parachute. We're at 13,000 feet, and we're going too fast to deploy. Okay, now we're slow enough. Okay. Atmosphere gets thick pretty quick here. And all right, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Now we killed all of our speed before we came down. So we never got fast enough to do, like, plasma heating and all that. We just weren't going fast enough. We killed all our... And that's one way. So if you wanted to build a rocket that goes to the moon or to around orbit, whatever it was, and you were worried about re-entry and heating, like right now, Elon got the Starship, and they're still trying to figure out the tiles and how to get back, right? Without burning up the ship. Well, what they could do is bring up enough fuel, so instead of going to, like, whatever it is, 25,000 kilometers an hour, 17, 18,000 miles an hour around the planet, they could kill all their horizontal speed by burning, and then they just drop straight down. No heating. I mean, very minimal heating when you come down, of course. They could do that. That is a possibility. But that's so much extra fuel you need to bring, and that fuel's super heavy, and you wouldn't be able to launch it. Or you'd have to have so much bigger of a launch vehicle or refuel in orbit to be able to do that. That is a possibility, though, but it's very, very inefficient. Why would you bring that much extra fuel and rely on that to get you home? Because think about it, if that fuel leaks, or if that engine goes out, you don't have a heat shield to get home and you're dead. You'll burn up. The way they do it right now with a heat shield, if the engine breaks, if the fuel's out, whatever it is, all they got to do is get into that atmosphere. The atmosphere will slow them down. You know, as long as they're, I mean, they need to get on the right trajectory, of course, but once they're going in, it's all just, you know, physics. A lot of speed, a lot of heat, and then running and wearing out, you know, wearing out your heat shield there. And we did it. And we did it. We got Val home. Congratulations, Val. Recover. So yeah, it's way inefficient to slow down with your engines, but we already had the engine. We already had lots of fuel. Might as well slow down and make it safer. All right, crew report. We got a little more science. We got all our parts back, recovered. Looks good. So here's what it is. Here's where it makes a difference landing closer to KSC. Parts and resources recovered. This really narrow line right here. Parts, resources recovered. 46 kilometers from KSC. So I get 95.8% of their value, like, returned. I guess that's good. If I land on the other side of the planet, I don't know what the percentage is, but it would be less. So you do get more money the closer you land. Now you don't want to land right on your buildings because you can break them. And Val just gained some XP. She's level 1. Right, nice. She can now hold prograde and retrograde automatically by clicking the button. Oh, I like it a lot. Look at that. Look at that. We did it. What's Mission Control got for us now? There's the one we're looking for. Another Explore the Moon, huh? We didn't get to land in a... We're not getting land on the moon or plant a flag on the moon, though. We got to explore the moon. We need to perform a spacewalk in orbit. Need to test out our rendezvous. Park 2 vessels next to each other around the moon. What could possibly go wrong? So go on an orbital space rocket, we get part, and then rendezvous 2 vessels. We're going to take that contract. So what could we do here? We got 143 science to spend. There's a guy here we could rescue. Edos Kerman, stranded in low moon. Return him safely. We could go get him. And that would get us the rendezvous. And then while we're there... I mean, we could just do that as a mission, right? Because this gets us... This is the contract, spacewalk and rendezvous. If we do that mission and rescue this guy at the same time, we get both missions done at once. It's already a year now? Has it been a full year, Isaac? Dang. Well, yeah, Alex, I would need a 2-person capsule to bring him home. Absolutely. Which, that's easy to do. I got a hitchhiker storage unit. I could basically just do the, you know, the last moon flyby I did. Just add 1 capsule to it and get him home. Well, I'd have to put the heat shield on the end of that, and there would be more weight coming in. I'd probably got to add more parachutes to land safely, but that's okay. That's okay. This is not... We're not doing that. We're not going to do that. Travel itinerary, orbit Kerbin. We could take some tourists up around Kerbin. That a bunch of people in orbit of Kerbin need rescue. Well, this is interesting. Ferry 4 tourists to their destination. And all 4 of them want to orbit the moon. Would this be crazy to do? Get a 6-seat spacecraft, right? 6 seats. Take 4 tourists up around Kerbin. That's easy. That's on the way to the moon anyway. Then take all these tourists to the moon to help me rendezvous and get Edos. And then come home. We'll get 3 contracts done at once. I'd have to get a 6-person craft, and I'd have to be able to land it. I need a lot of parachutes, I think. You like that one, Pilsner? I'm not going to do it right now. This will be like something to do for like next time. That's a lot of money we would get, and a lot of clout. I think that might be the thing to do. What I want to do, though, is I want to see what kind of orbit Eidos is in. Is it in like some crazy, ridiculous orbit? Now, I could do this one. It's only 2 tourists. Or, these guys just want to orbit and fly by. Or I take the 2, the 4, and do an 8-person and get all these contracts done. Or I do a 10-person and do this one too, because these guys want to orbit the moon. Do we do a 10-person? Will I be able to land that with parachutes? A 10-person craft? Could I do a 10-person? Could I do one 10-person mission and get them landed safely? I've never done that. I've never done that. What am I trying to look at? You got a 6-passenger space bus? Is 10-person getting a little ridiculous? Because I think right here in the vehicle assembly building, right now, all I got unlocked is my driving pod, which is that's all I need for Jeb to fly us there. Or maybe I'd take Val, get her the experience around the moon. That'd be smarter. And then for, payload? Not payload. Do I not even have the hitchhiker storage unlocked? Yeah, utility. True cabin. Not even, it's not hitchhiker. True cabin holds 2. So basically what I'd be building is this, right? Plus, where's it at? Utility? I'd have to have 5 of those on there. Would I do it like that? And then put a heat shield on the end? Could I get that home? Could I get that home? And then I'd probably put landing legs on it too, but the landing legs would burn off. The landing legs would probably burn off on re-entry. So I would just hope that it lands and then tips over and doesn't break. Or what I would do is I'd put a bunch of parachutes all along the one end. Right? I'd put a bunch of parachutes and land it sideways. Is that what I would do? Just put a bunch of parachutes? What kind of parachutes do I got? I got drogues, right? And I got radial mounted. Just put like a bunch of them. It's gonna be too unstable? Yeah. I don't need to rescue... I don't need to, like, ferry, like, 9 tourists at once, or 8 tourists at once, I guess it would be. Yeah, it would be pretty unstable, wouldn't it? Now, could I build something like this, though? No, I don't want to do that. Could I do something like this? Could I attach it somehow? I mean, I think you can just glitch the parts together somehow, but... You can't just attach it to the side, huh? Like you can with fuel tanks somehow? I mean, I guess if I did... a coupler... Would these couplers survive re-entry? I don't think these would survive, would it? Like if I designed something like this... You can't even put these on a decoupler, can ya? It doesn't even let ya. It doesn't even let ya. You know, that's true. That's true, Twisted. How you doing, Twisted? Thanks for popping in. I could just have each of these... I could build a craft to go up. Right? But I can't connect. They don't let you connect these and to decouple. I guess what they would have to... Yeah, I guess you would have to... Maybe do it with nodes? Could you do it like with different nodes and have each one of these with a heat shield and attach them somehow? There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to do it. Have each with their own parachute and each with their own heat shield to get them in. There's got to be a way to do that. I'm sure with different parts I could do it. Like unlock more parts, but if I'm going to unlock a lot more parts, I could just build a bigger. I could get the 3-seater capsule, and I know there's better. What do you call it too? Yeah, the inside view. Yeah, I never really go to the inside view. I should probably do that when I'm on a mission just to check it out. Read your last? Okay. Let me scroll up, Isaac. It's already been a year. I know, you already saw that. It's been a year since the GTA trailer. I read that, Isaac. We talked about that. I can't believe it's been a year. His crew capsule does not support a radial connection. Okay. Okay. I know there's a part. There's other parts that we can, like, split, and I don't know. There's got to be a way to do this. I mean, I guess once you get, like, I could build something crazy, like... Once you unlock... Here, let's just scrap all this. We're not... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Now I can't grab that and do that. I don't even know how to get out of this now. I guess I gotta get that pod back? Okay. There, and then just scrap that. Okay. I know there's other parts, like once you get like the space station parts and stuff, like if I had like decouplers, like that's what I really need to do, right? I could probably build something if I have, where is that at? Is it this? The Clampotron docking port? I could probably connect them with docking ports. Now, would that survive going up? Would that survive the getting up into orbit? Like if I had them connected with docking ports? Like I could put docking ports on the side and then docking ports on the other and probably have those connected? I don't know if I could have those connected when I think I could have those connected when I build it and ascend. Or I would just have to launch them in a couple at a time, have docking ports on the side, rendezvous in orbit, then go to the moon and then come back and then undock and then land, then go to re-entry. That's a complicated way to do it, though. Structural fuselage and then you could do that too. You're right. Yeah, that's one way to do it. You're right. Or even like, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the one way to do it. You're right. Okay. I don't think any of that's necessary to do, though. Like, we don't need to do all these. I don't even really want to go rescue the guy from orbit, do I? Let's see where he's at. I don't even really want to go rescue this guy. Do I? Let's see where he's at. Does it not show where he's at? Huh. I thought it shows where he's at when I'm looking at the mun. Or maybe I have to take the contract first to see. I thought there was a way to see where he was at before you take the contract. The hitchhiker's unit sucks for landing. It only takes 6 meters. Yeah, well, that's why I was thinking about having to put landing legs on it, maybe, but... Use a service unit to take the hit. Yeah, you just gotta have tons of parachutes and make sure you do a water landing, I think. Don't even need to build a ship in orbit, just make the ship with enough Delta V and fuel for return. Yeah. Okay. True. True. So you gotta take the contract to see it? Okay, that's what I thought. Well, what we'll do is, I think we're gonna do... Let's look at this again. What were we even trying to do? We already got an active contract. We are going on a mission to rendezvous 2 vessels in the orbit of the moon. Right? That's our mission. That's our next Kerbin's World First. We're trying to do what... Look, I should already be going to Minmus, landing, taking samples, landing people on the moon, taking samples, getting shit tons of science, unlocking the whole damn tech tree, and then landing on Elu and having fun, right? No. We're doing what Gene Kerman tells us to do. Gene Kerman hasn't told me to go land on the moon with a person yet. So we're not doing that. He hasn't even talked about Minmus yet. We're seeing what he tells me to do. So we're going to rendezvous two vessels. So in order to do that, we need the second vessel to rendezvous with, and we're taking that contract. There we go. That's what we're going to do for sure. And now when we look at this, let's see how much of a pain in the butt this is going to be just to do that part. How do I focus on the damn moon? There we go. He's in a close orbit. 11,000 meters, huh? Yikes. Okay, so we got to get close. That's not bad. That's not bad. We can do it. We can do that. It'll give the tourists a nice ride. It'll give the tourists a nice ride, wouldn't it? I think so. Alright, so we're doing those two contracts for sure. For sure. And again, I'm going to end this in a little bit. We've been playing long enough. We'll do that the next time. We're going to do those for sure. But do we want to take some tourists along with anyway? I think right now with the tech tree the way we got it, we only got the one-person capsule. I can't get to the other command module, right? I can't get to the three-person. Is there a two-person, or is that only in the DLC? I don't think there's even a two-person available in stock. See what other parts we got coming up here potentially available. I think that's all we really get, right? So we can't get to the three-person. Okay. Hitchhiker storage container would be good. We could get that. That has 4 people. It'd be better to take that than what's the one we got? This thing here? The crew cabin? Although this has, now that I look at it, the crew cabin would be way better, right? Why wouldn't we take the crew cabin? This has 40 meters per second impact. Oh, you're right. I would probably need solar panels and batteries. Yeah, you know what I did? I just did a moon landing at the beginning with the Stay Putnik probe. It was pretty iffy, and we had to revert a few times. That thing has no reaction wheels, which sucked. And the engine, I had one engine that had an alternator, so I could recharge my batteries a couple times along the way by doing crazy burns that threw me way off course. And yeah, that was a bad mission, but we did it. We landed the probe on the moon with the Stay Putnik or whatever. That was a pain in the butt, but it landed on its side and it almost blew up. But yeah, this crew cabin, a 40 meter per second. 40 meter per second. It took me like 3 or 4 tries though, Twisted, because I kept messing up, and I would have to, and even like the only way you could control the thing. The only way I could control it at all is if the engine was running, because there's no reaction wheel to keep it like pointed up. So I had to change the thrust limiter real low on the engine so I could even keep going down. But then sometimes I would start going up, or I'd come down so fast I wouldn't have enough power, and it was, yeah. You could check out the beginning of the stream if you want to see that craziness. But I was trying to do what Gene Kerman was telling me to do here. He didn't tell me to land and plant a flag on the moon and take a sample. He just said land on the moon and take some science. So I'm like, well, that's a probe. If we were a real space agency, we would have sent a probe before we send a manned mission. So this would actually be pretty crazy if we build some crazy contraption that has multiple crew cabins. These take 40 meters per second impact, but they only hold 2 each. If we upgrade to this, the hitchhiker storage, that only takes 6 meters impact, and it holds 4. which is good that it holds 4. But yeah, we're going to want to unlock solar panels, you're right. At least the static ones. And that's going to take, what, 90 science to unlock that? Yeah. I think that's probably more important. We got 140. So we can't do both. We can't do both yet. Is there anything else that I think I really need? I mean, an inline reaction wheel would be handy for some things. Well, that's the thing. If I separate, if I build somehow, I don't even figure out how to do it, but if we somehow build a way to take multiple crew cabins with their own heat shields, I would need probe cores on them too to be able to control them a little bit. Unless we just totally YOLO'd it. Or do you not need a probe core? You can't use it. No, you can't use this as a, like, I wouldn't be able to control and like launch the parachute from this. I'd need a probe core, right? You can't fly the crew cabin. Yeah, it's mostly for a plane. I know. I'm just trying to see if I can do something with the parts I got. And I don't know if we could do it. I think I'm certain. Well, I'm like 80% certain I can do this right now. And just get the one guy home, right? I'm pretty certain I could do this. And then do... Where's it at? Where's the thing at? Utility. I'm sure I can do this with a heat shield, right? And get this home. I think I can do that. Couple extra parachutes. And I could get this down to 6 meters per second. Jettison the heat shield right before we land to take some weight off. And actually, this is 40 meters a second rated, so we can crash this hard into the surface as long as that rating's actually not it's not lying to me, right? It says 40 meters a second impact. Pretty confident we can do that. And now that I see that's a 40 meter per second impact, I think I'd be okay doing this and getting it home. I don't know if I can keep making this longer because, like you said, stability through the atmosphere and not flipping it would be ridiculous. I don't even know if I could do this through the atmosphere. Right? I don't even know if I could get away with that. This right here, I'm confident I can do that. I think I've done that before in other playthroughs. That I could do. Radial part needs an engine, fuel, etc. Okay, yeah, I get that. I don't think I want to do it that way. Now, another thing I think I can do, well, I think I have a better chance of doing. Okay, if I do this, this, and this, and this, right? To get all the tourists and my rescued. What is that? 11 seats total. I think I got 10 tourists. Is that what I got? Or did I have 8 tourists? Whatever. Let's just say I wanted to do this. I think I could get this home. And you know how I would do it? I would over-engineer the shit out of the rocket to have so much extra delta V that when I get back from the moon, I still have 2,000 meters a second of delta V left. And I just use that to slow my orbital velocity from 2,500 meters a second down to 500 meters a second, and I drop straight down through the atmosphere. Don't have to worry about overheating. Right? And then when I get to the atmosphere and I'm slowing down enough, kind of like you would land the big starship sideways, it would kill off tons of speed, I would just have a bunch of chutes down the side and land horizontally. That might be fun to try, right? Just do something like this. Overkill the chutes. Right? All the way down the side. Would that work? I think that would work. Enhance. I don't really. I see what you're saying there, Twisted. Change the. I'm just worried about. Yeah. If I was coming in at a full clip, right? If I was coming in at a full clip from the moon, this would be flipping and and this heat shield wouldn't keep all this safe, I don't think. I wouldn't be able to keep this coming through the atmosphere straight. But if I have enough rocket and enough engine, enough fuel left to slow it from 3,000 meters a second down to like 500 or so, and then just drop straight down, like we did that last mission, I had extra, so I used the fuel before we landed. We didn't even get any of the plasma and heating effect and all that. I think that might work. I think that might work. Is that going to be more fun to try than just doing this mission that... I'm not going to save that. Would that be more fun than just doing what we got? I think so. Where you just take Val around there, pick up Eidos, and come home. Do we want to get some tourists? So we could take this guy right here. That's one. He just wants to go to Kerbal. We'll take him to the moon anyway. That's one. And that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11. Well, maybe we don't take these two that just want to go to Kerbal. So we could take we could take 9 tourists, 2, 4, and then 8 with these 3, or these 4. And then we'll take the 9th right here to the VIP. And then we got 1 seat left to pick up Eidos. That's kind of ridiculous, right? Do we have the protective air shell unlocked? No, not yet. That could be used as a heat shield? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I never tried that. Yeah, I've just used them to protect like things on launch. I don't know. I guess this is something to think about. What do you think? Should we try doing all that? I guess we're going to end the stream. If you guys watch this later, you can let me know what you think we should do the next time. We're definitely going to go, I guess, orbital around the moon. Rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit, pick up Eidos, and then come home. We'll get an extra Kerbal, too, for our space program, I guess, that way. We're definitely going to do that. But do we... and I guess we have at least 1 seat available. If we're going to pick up Eidos anyway, we probably should at least take this one. There's a mission here to take 1 person. All they want to do is orbit Kerbal and come home. We'll take them to the moon, too. You know? We'll freak them out. We'll say, yep, all we're doing is go orbit. That's what you want to do? Oh, by the way, we got to go pick up our friend at the moon. You know? You're coming with us. What's he going to do at that point, right? What's he going to do at that point? So so that we should definitely do as well. The question is, do we take 8 more people in addition to that? Like, how much money is this even going to be? I guess completion, 73 grand, 73 grand, 73, 48, 73, 73. A lot of 73s. There's a lot of 73s there. A lot of 73s to take them orbit of the moon. And of course, we get lots of stars, which are good. And I don't think we get any science. Not that money's ever really an issue. And I've never had money be an issue in this game, really. Except very, very early on, if at all. Okay. Try having at least 800 Delta V. If you want to return from landing on the moon. Well, we're not going to land on the moon this time, but yeah, I get you. I get you. Now, what I think if I bring like that big long rocket that has 10 extra seats with 1 little heat shield on the end, I think what I would do is I would bring a rocket that once I get back to Kerbal from the moon, I would still have at least 2,500 Delta V. So I'd build way bigger of a rocket than I would ever need. Like something that would go to Duna and back or something. But just go by the moon, pick up the guy, and then when I get back to Kerbal, slow down a ton, and then just drop straight through the atmosphere. I think that's like the kind of cheater way, the unrealistic way of doing it. Because you would never really do that. But they're Kerbals, you know? They live by a different, set of rules, I think. We might do that. We might do that. Let me know what you guys think. But in the meantime, let's check out a nice sunrise here on Kerbal. Beautiful. Look at that. And then we'll decide what we need to unlock. I'm almost certain that we're going to unlock the electric, right? I'm certain enough that we want electricity. I'm going to unlock it right now. Let's just unlock the solar. I want solar panels. I don't want to have to keep firing up the engine to charge the damn batteries. I guess I could have not done that. I could have not unlocked that and just brought a ton more batteries. Like, cover the ship in batteries, and then we wouldn't have to worry about it as much. That's kind of dumb. We need a solar panel. We needed that solar panel, right? And now we can add lights to the ship, too. That's fun. And, and that unlocked a much better probe core here. Oh, so we got an extra probe core unmanned. Nice. Nice. And this does have reaction wheels. Not very good ones, but it does. And it will do SAS. So this makes maybe sending a probe to Minmus a thing. Might have to unlock better antennas too, though. I think we got the one high gain, though, unlocked. Transmit the... Okay. Contracts don't pay that good. Try doing science on Kerbal. Yeah, I never really do that, Twisted, but I guess that's a way to do it. It's true. I've done that before with the space laboratories before. Man, they, like, yeah, you're right. Like, those, like, you upload, I guess, what does you got to do? You got to upload all your reports to the science. What is it called? It's one of these things here. I mean, it's, I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. The mobile processing lab right here. Yeah, it just churns out so much science, it's ridiculous. I'm going to try to avoid doing that. I think it's more fun doing missions and, like, just go do landings places and take surface samples. I think it's more fun to do that. But yeah, I guess if I needed more science, it would be a way to kind of churn some out. Or like you said, just do a quick, you know, hop over to the pole and take a sample there and come back, do a crew report, an EVA report, and temperature and all those readings and everything. Maybe do one over in the desert, do all that. And yeah, it's a way to get more science for sure. I know some of my viewers, because last time I did a playthrough of Kerbal a few years ago, they really enjoyed watching me try to build a plane, because I don't know how to do it. Like, I've watched a couple videos years ago, and at one time I kind of knew how to do it. I can't build a damn plane to save myself. I don't have the parts unlocked right now, but I just kept crashing and I can't do it. I can get in the air, but then trying to land, I mean... So maybe that would be fun. Build a plane to go do some science at a couple different places and then come back and land, but... I just don't like building the planes, because, for example, if I'm going to build a plane... Like, I'm not going to fly a damn plane all the way to the pole. It'll take forever. And I think you can build it to have enough fuel to do that, but... It takes forever. Real easy just to build a rocket that hops up there, though, and then just recover it from up there. That's easy. What is this one? Yeah. See, I don't really... I'll do without the planes. What's all this stuff we got connected to the moon now? What do we got all up over here at the moon? Is that just our one probe there? Oh, it's our one probe that landed there. It's our one probe connecting all the science stations. That's what it is. Does this thing still have battery in it? There's no way this thing still has battery charge. You want to see my probe where it ended up? Let's F5 quick save first, right? Does that work here? No, it doesn't. It doesn't work here. Can I just hit escape? No. I gotta do it from here, maybe? F5 quick save? Yeah. Let's just save that right now. Just in case this thing blows up when I switch to it. Moon Probe 1. Let's take a look at it. Sometimes they blow up when you switch to them. There it is! That was our landing! Does it still have... Oh, it still has some charge. I guess it doesn't run out of charge when you're not looking at it? Is that how it works? Because it should have ran out of battery a long time ago. It's already 125 out of 410. It's like, yeah. It's losing like 0.03 a second. So it should have ran out of charge by now. I still got 1,300 meters a second of fuel in it. Interesting. Yeah, I thought for sure it'd be out of power. For a plane, center of mass should be in the same position as center of drag. You shouldn't put your landing gear. I guess the problem I have mostly is attaching the darn landing gear, Twisted. Like, I don't know where to attach the landing gear to, so I always have a problem with that. Like, so you build your fuselage, you got your front part of the plane, you put a couple tanks in the middle, so it looks like a plane. Where the hell do I attach my landing gear? Just right underneath the center fuselage? Then it's like just two wheels on a big long cylinder with wings. And you can't land. And then I always want to attach my wheels to the wings, but then they're up higher and I can't get them to attach to the wings, and it's like I don't know where to put the damn landing gear. I think I just need to either build a smaller plane or... Yeah, I think it's just that the landing gear sucks and it's hard to attach, and maybe I'm trying to do it with no mods or anything, but yeah, maybe I need to look into that if I want to get in the planes. You're right. So, how you doing, Invictor? Your mother phoned... okay, I don't know what you're talking about, so... Not needed here, though, I'll tell you that. Anyway, thanks for visiting, Invictor. Anyway, alright, that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. If I decide to build planes at some point, I'll have to watch another video or two and check that out. But thanks for the tips, you guys. Appreciate it. Sorry if I missed your comments or anything before. I miss a lot of stuff, and yeah. Appreciate it. And until next time, what do we do here? We just go here, save game. I just did another quick save. We'll do another one. Why not? And then go to the main menu. See what the Kerbals look like. Oh, he looks happy, doesn't he? Or she, whoever that is. Oh, they look so happy. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.